Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoa. Glorious Monday here in the arena.
Yes, sir.
The curls is curling. We got some beverages. Happy Memorial Day to everybody who got the day off, as you already know. Gil don't believe in designated off day, so here we are.
We got police
in your favorite show.
We got police in the neighborhood. It's hot around here.
The block was very hot this morning.
Hot.
Going down. But this is Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Where is Gilbert Arenas? Uh-oh. Hey.
Yeah. I know black.
Gil is back on the Knicks bandwagon.
I never left.
That's not the rumors, Gil.
No.
We see the video. Keep bundle up. It's getting cold out there in Indianapolis. We seen it.
No, man. See, people don't realize, man, I'm on a trial, 30-day trial. 17 days into the Knicks, 6 days into the Pacers. You know.
Thunder Wolves.
I know people think it's like I'm bandwagon jumping. No, I'm checking out the amenities.
Exploring. Call them Magellan.
Right. Facts.
Right, you got Netflix, right?
I do have Netflix.
You have Hulu?
I do have Hulu as well.
Yeah, right?
Tubi.
You got Tubi, right? You got to check out it. That's what I'm doing right now.
30-day trial.
30-day trial.
All have their benefits. But Gil, back on the Knicks bandwagon here in the arena on this glorious Monday. Next to Gil, representing Tough Crowd University, we have Mr. B, Brandon Jennings. And with the greatest curl in the game, the man they call Money Making Sonny, NCAA champion of the world, Rashad McCants.
I'm broke, baby.
I got a chain too.
Best curl in the game, and that's a compliment.
It is.
No shit.
We
I
pride
already
ourselves
seen
in
one
curl.
motherfucker trying to get the curl, trying to activate it, but it ain't. You gotta order it
Well moisturized.
from the moon. This come from the moon, boy.
We both got, I got some championship experience here in the arena. Had to go get that Little League chip last week. Shout out to my squad.
Okay.
Got it done.
Okay.
They didn't want us to do it. They said we were tyrants, but that was you because you never won nothing. But for all the fans out there, we still got 2 viewing options for our traditional version, mobile vertical version. Pick whichever one you want to watch. Just make sure you support the show. Here's what's cracking in the arena today. The Knicks overcame another 20-point deficit to keep their season alive with a Game 3 win over the Pacers in Indy. Does New York need to rely on their bench more to stay in this series, Thibs? Gave some dudes some minutes. They produced. You weren't feeling it at first, as weren't most Knicks fans, but they came through, got the dub. Now down 2-1 heading into Game 4, but the Pacers got a special guest coming back for Game 4 as well. We will get into it. The Wolves 40-piece the Thunder in their Game 3 win. Has Minnesota figured OKC out, or is their big blowout being overblown? 42-piece. Biggest win in franchise history for the Wolves. Worst loss in franchise playoff history for the Thunder. And the league finally released the all-NBA teams, but did the voters get it right? But before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog. Go ahead and download the app. Use promo code GIL. Get up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick'em. As for tonight, Gil has some picks up in his partner pack on the Underdog app. Let's take a look at those if we can, please. So you got Ant-Man higher, 2.5 three-pointers made. SGA higher, 4.5 rebounds. Chet Holmgren higher, 12.5 points. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, SGA's cousin, higher, 8.5 points. Thunder Wolves Game 4. How's everybody else feeling about the partner pack for this evening?
Solid. Yeah, the pack is fine. It's just
Loud
ain't
pack?
winning no money.
And you can win up to
We want
more than 4 times your bread if you roll with this partner pack.
I go with guaranteed. I don't go with
You don't want the 10? Like,
Nah, I don't need 10 times. I'm at like, I think I'm at what am I at, like an 89%
Chance
winning.
of winning.
No, winning record. You just slow buck, baby. You know what I mean? Get a little $300, $400. You know what I mean? You know, pay your rent. That's all I'm trying to do. If you're trying to get rich, don't fuck with me. If you're trying to pay your rent on time, I got you.
That's what I be trying to tell them. They got rent to pay, come see me. We 10 or better. You hit that 25, the rent paid. We ain't got to go back. You can stay over here. Airbnb. Just come. They be 25. Man, listen, I keep losing.
So you keep
You
losing?
won big last week.
That's because I was at 100 or less. When I go 100 times my shit or more,
Well,
that shit's nasty. That's why I wear this jersey. Hopefully I'll get a nice little skim back, you know what I'm saying? Trim down. Trim the fat.
hey, do we have the poll numbers? My joint is lacking.
What?
I'm trying to see how many people are riding their face.
62%.
Okay. 62% of the chat riding with your picks for this evening. If you like these picks, head over to Underdog and use Gil's partner pack. If you don't have Underdog, download the app, use promo code Gil, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pick. And if you can't watch the show live with us on YouTube, we have audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. We got a lot of basketball to discuss, but we got to talk about something that went down in the city last week. Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Grand National Tour was in LA last week with 3 sold-out shows at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Gil, you and Melly pulled up to the show on Friday, saw the videos, had FOMO. How was the Kendrick Lamar concert?
It was off the chain. You know, I haven't been to a concert probably since Beyonce did the Hard Knock Life in DC. So it was like 07 maybe.
Damn.
That was like, that was the last time. She was bomb, right? You know, no, not Hard Knock was Mary J. So I watched the Mary J. She was like active. Jay-Z was just a rapper. You know, he was just there standing, right? So that was only thing I knew about rap concerts. And then when I watched Kendrick, that shit was off the chain. It was a little downtime when I didn't know who she was at the moment in time, you know, SZA.
You did not know who SZA was.
Yeah, it threw me off a little bit because it was DJ Mustard at the beginning getting us all ready for Kendrick. And then Kendrick came out there, and then it was basically SZA, the halftime show, and I was like, damn, how long she gonna be on? This is crazy. Like, I'm thinking like the Help do like 2 songs and then they get off and then come back with the man.
Did you say the help?
Yeah, I thought she was the Help. I didn't know who she was. I was like, hey, how long is she gonna be? Everybody over here jamming and shit. Like, how long is she gonna be on here? Where Kendrick at, dog? And then she did like 10 straight songs. I just started playing on my phone at this point. Like, this is
Who
crazy.
said she wasn't the help after all?
And then a song came out that I knew. Like, this is her. And then when Kendrick came back popping, and then I thought it was just Kendrick the rest. No, then she came back again.
So Gil, SZA
She
currently...
started flying and shit, and like, oh man.
She's huge though.
No, after I started
She's
Googling.
not huge. She's small.
No, she's huge.
Oh, you talking about?
No, I'm talking about her.
Wow.
No, who she is. Something about SZA, like. I didn't
She's
know. She's performing in front of.
No, then I started
football
thinking about
stadium.
what Drake said, like SZA, but like then, it started making sense of who she was. I didn't know who she was. I don't.
Yeah, she's small. She's not huge. She can move.
SZA strays on the Lord Monday.
Move.
SZA-
it was
She can move.
No, it was no
can dance.
strays. It was just I didn't know. I thought it was just Kendrick. I didn't know Kendrick and Friends. I didn't know.
He did a whole pop out. Kendrick and
sorry,
Friends.
sorry.
He did a whole Kendrick and Friends.
It's not Kendrick and Friends. It's Kendrick and SZA. I thought it was Kendrick and Friends. Like they come out, they do a little one song, then they get the fuck on, and then boom, it's back to Kendrick. So it caught me for a loop. Not gonna lie. All right, I wasn't really feeling the 10 straight songs, but yeah.
That shit boring to me.
But I'll
Yeah.
start listening to her music so I can.
Yeah, no, she's big time.
Yeah. I should have known because everybody else was in that motherfucker. All the ladies in there jamming. Yeah, I'm like, all right, ladies. So this is
Memorial Day.
a his and hers.
This is what?
This is a his and hers concert, okay?
His and hers concert.
This is a his and hers concert.
Well, Gil, SZA currently holds a record for most #1 hits by a female artist on the Hot R&B Songs chart with a total of 7. So
When did
that
she come
sounds like
out?
a you problem. That sounds like a you problem.
How long has she been out?
She's been out for a minute.
What?
8 years.
Yeah.
8 years?
Yeah, she got a movie with Keke Palmer too. That
She
just
got a whole movie.
I watched that movie.
Yeah, that's
Dope. She's dope.
That was her.
She dope.
I listen to rap.
That ass is all over the internet.
No, I listen to rap. I don't, you know.
She fine.
Oh.
She fine. She fit. She can sing.
That's just, I know the I didn't know.
She thick.
She ghetto.
I know the acting. I didn't know the song. And then Justin Bieber, I knew something was because she was singing and I was over here playing.
And then Justin Bieber came out.
Justin Bieber, he came out like I thought it was Kendrick coming back. The damn arena started shaking like just boom, like what?
Yeah, Bieber.
Oh, it's a white man. Oh my God.
The Bieber.
It's like Elon Musk.
Bieber believers.
When Beef come out, it's
Yeah.
all right.
And then Billy was like,
black women started liking white men.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was
And
like,
as soon as Bieber hit the stage,
no, the fucking
Taking all our damn
dog, the arena was shaking,
Bro.
bro.
Victor Mo Jr.
That shit was shaking. I was like, oh, shoot, the fuck is that? That's Elon down there?
no.
And she was like, that's Bieber. I ain't no motherfucking Bieber. What's Bieber doing over
You
here?
thought it was Elon down
He said,
there.
what Beaver doing up in here?
I was like, he ain't got no song with Kendrick. And then I thought, oh, her.
What Beaver here in this
Man,
LA?
she got Bieber? Oh, she must be big time. She got Bieber.
Well, shout out to Kendrick for holding it down in the city.
But Kendrick and SZA holding it down.
And SZA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was Drake
Grand National Tour.
Huh?
Drake was there?
No.
What happened to Drake?
I don't know.
I ain't heard.
I don't know.
I heard nothing.
To be honest, I now got to go to his concert.
Just to
judge.
see the difference?
I got to judge it.
But you already know what the difference is going to be because his fan base is different. And they
No.
waiting for him.
Nah,
type
that's
shit.
aesthetics, man. I'm looking at because he was like the.
Oh, no,
when
he's
he came down,
structured.
he came
He's
down the
structured.
stairs. I
He's
thought he was gonna
structured.
fall. Like, nigga, them stairs too big for you, bro. there was some big nigga stairs, and he walking down like, all right, I would have tripped, and then he got the diamond shape. Like, damn, your cardio is like that.
Yes.
You moving too much. I was
He doing
tired
them
for him.
push-ups.
Bro, he ready.
He in shape.
He had the black and white Tito
dropping
box.
Jimmy
Like,
50.
no, aesthetically, that shit was popping, man.
He's about that business. It's art.
Yeah.
It's just like Kanye.
It was artery.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about showing the visuals and not too much of the music.
Yeah, that was artery. I'm not.
Well, shout out to Kendrick and SZA Grand National Tour pulling through.
Artery. Not the
Artist.
artistry. Oh.
Justin Bieber.
See, I don't know,
you know what?
baby.
You know what?
Break it
You know what?
Break it down.
He said artery. I thought I was gonna die. Damn.
I thought I was too when Bieber came in that bitch. I was like, I just seen him on the internet going crazy. Now he there? Damn.
That's true artery right there, boy.
That's true artery. Straight artery, baby.
All right, well, let's keep this thing moving to some basketball topics.
Well, that's good. That's a good one.
So on Friday, the league revealed the players that made the 3 All-NBA teams this season. Let's take a look. We'll start with the first team, which featured MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a runner-up Nikola Jokic, along with Giannis, Jason Tatum, and Donovan Mitchell, rounding out the squad. SGA Jokic, Giannis, and Tatum were all unanimous first team selections. Shout out to Spider coming through as well. Cavs top team in the East, in Cancun currently, but a tremendous achievement for him. Let's move on to the second team. So, second team was led in voting by Anthony Edwards, with Ant-Man making his second straight second team. He was joined by LeBron James, who extended his NBA record with his 21st straight selection to an All-NBA team. Steph Curry became the oldest guard in league history to make back-to-back All-NBA teams.
That's beautiful.
Defensive Player of the Year Evan Mobley made his first All-NBA team, and Jalen Brunson also made his second straight team. Now let's move on to the third team if we can, please. So third team featured first-timer Cade Cunningham, who led a historic turnaround in Detroit, Karl Anthony Towns, Tyrese Haliburton, Jalen Williams, who joins Evan Mobley as the only players to be All-Star, All-NBA, and All-Defensive selection this season, and the beard James Harden, who made an All-NBA team for the first time since 2020. That's the second team. Let's see if pull the third team up. Up too late, but let's take a look at all three teams and how the voting went.
That's nasty. Third team is nasty.
The third team is nasty?
Yes.
What's
3 point guards on there.
it's
Hey,
positionless.
That's nasty.
Hey.
Positionless.
Nasty.
Based on the votes.
work.
So let's take a look at how the voting turned out for the three teams. You do see Cat. I know black. So you look at how the voting broke down. Like I mentioned, Giannis, Shai, Joker, and Tatum, all unanimous selections.
Donovan Mitchell, 60.
Yep. You got Ant.
Nobody from Houston?
No, I'm just saying, you said they waste votes.
Shangoon just missed the cut.
That's 6 point guards, man.
I don't know. You see how they just waste votes? It's just some of these votes are just wasted.
What votes do you feel like were wasted, Gil?
Steph making the first team.
Second team, you mean?
No,
Two,
no.
Steph with two first
I'm
teams?
looking at the first place
Jalen
voting.
Brunson, Evan Mobley.
Like, you know, some of these guys, you're not even close to first team, but you're getting first team votes. Like, it's just. Like, it's like, why are you wasting your time doing stupid stuff like that? That's just.
LeBron 17 first team votes. Not feeling it. And with 11 as well. Cade also got 6 first team votes.
Yeah.
Which I can actually respect considering
Yeah, because his
turnaround.
team, his turnaround, yeah, that makes sense.
It's, you know, whether you value winning, but what they did bouncing back from last season, tripling their win total this year. Rashad, you said the third team was nasty. Do you feel like the voters got the all-NBA teams right? 100 voters, mostly squares, a few former Hoopers mixed in.
When do we get a vote?
Nah, I mean, because when you look at plus minus, and then you look at the positions in which we talk about, a lot of guys from the past got credentials based on us having a position voting cast and everybody in position. I thought the first team was positioned well when you talk about point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. And then you look at everything else and they're just trying to fit guys in where the narrative is. And I don't think LeBron's supposed to be in there. I don't think James Harden should be in there. Go back to the third team.
Well, let's just look at the total votes if we can for all 3 teams.
Yeah, man. I mean, Jalen Williams.
You don't think Harden, what he was able to do with that
No.
Clipper squad, him and Norm Powell with Kawhi missing
No.
first half of the season, keeping them in contention?
There's some other players, but this is all based off of the 65-game criteria, right?
Yeah, 65 games.
So, I mean, like we were saying before, well, Gil actually said it. He said once you reach this part of the criteria after the 65, you just start throwing guys in there. And they just got to fit because the other guys who are good enough, they're not going to be there. So these are just like placeholders. And I think Jaren Jackson Jr. could have got in there.
He was never getting in there.
I think
Sangoon?
Şengün and Jaren Jackson Jr. I think were
They number 2 in the
two
West.
bigs, two bigs that could have got two good big spots. You know, you got Jalen Williams, which would right now be a 4, right? And so that got to be a 4-man right there on the East or wherever that can be filling that spot. And I think Cade deserves it.
Yeah.
I don't think Haliburton deserves it.
No.
No, I think he's playing good at the tail end of the season, but we're talking about all season. James Harden, he was consistent, but it wasn't all NBA to me.
Yo, would you take Jason Tatum out and put Evan Mobley?
In the first team?
Yep.
Wow.
No, I was thinking about taking
Who?
Donovan Mitchell and putting Brunson in.
Ooh.
But
Cavs
but-
fans not
But the
happy
only reason
about
why
that.
but the only reason why
Cavs
I'm saying
fans have
Evan
revolted
Mobley
in the
and,
arena.
like I feel like the Cavs because they went on they had 3 or 4 times going 12 in a row.
The third option? So the third option?
3 12-game winning
First
streaks.
team?
3 12-game
Yeah, he's a
winning streaks. Started
utility
season
guy.
15-0.
Defensive player.
Your third option is going to be
Okay, well then
first
Jalen Brunson then.
But Mobley Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, he as far as he goes second because he
Brunson
got
over Tatum?
I don't think nobody from Boston should have been in the first team.
They
I
were
mean,
second.
Mr. B, why all the Boston?
No.
They were second.
No, but what I'm saying, you guys just won it last year, right?
Second
so then
in
you
the
guys
East.
come back and you're number 2, and it's like you guys they were cruising the whole year.
I said I'm number 2.
But
So you penalize me because I'm number.
I just don't feel like they took a leap. Until
Who's
like
they? It's still the same person.
Well, okay, well, all of them. I mean, I just think they all cruised this year, Boston. Like, I mean, he had those numbers, yeah, but I don't think that Jason Tatum should be in the first team.
27.
When you
27,
got
9 and 6.
I mean,
Like who you going to put in there? Mobley? What?
I mean, you can put Brunson in there. Then
Brunson 24. What?
26.
26, 2 and 7, 2, 3 and 7.
Mr. Clutch.
And you're behind. You're behind me.
I mean,
If you feel in a position, Tatum got to stay because he's a 3. And if you're looking at who's the best 3,
But it's position.
It is positionless.
So
of course it's position. But I'm saying how they leveraged it out. Tatum has to be there because he fits. He fits the piece. Who else you gonna put there?
I mean, I just feel like somebody had a better a better. I mean, shit, Cade.
And he's not even
he played
small.
well.
Shit.
Tatum's a power forward.
So I mean, you look at him, you're like, who was really playing better at the 3-4 than him? That's an all-star.
But when you're talking about just top 15 overall players, which is how this list is broken down,
it's top
in
15.
theory, because it's position list.
I just feel bad for Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
You know, I think
I think
being on a championship team like that, you have to take the back seat to the star player. And even though you're the leader and you're all this, if you don't put up the numbers, it don't matter. It don't matter. So him not getting it, you know, he can feel snubbed, but you got to put up numbers now. It's a numbers game. So if you don't got the numbers, you can't even be mentioned.
But nobody from Houston?
Nobody from Houston.
Shangoon was close. Like I said, Shangoon, Jaren Jackson Jr. just
number
missed
2
the
team in
cut.
the.
But
Your team doesn't have nothing to do with you.
Right, but
What was his
right, but
numbers?
somebody's
I think
on
he
that-
averaged like, what, 19 a game?
1912.
19. When Jalen Williams, 21-5, so 22-5-5.
Shangoon, 19, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, played in 76
19, 10, and 5.
50% from the
Jaren
field.
Jackson was 22 and 6 or something.
22-5, and damn, they were the same. Jalen Williams and
Jaren Jackson Jr., 22-6.
Jalen Brown, they both had damn near the same numbers as a. So they won't. Huh?
Yeah, did not.
Jalen Brown.
Missed those stretch of games, I
that's
think,
why
towards the end.
But
of the
either way,
season.
it would have been him or Jalen Williams in the third spot.
KD, I think, played 62 games, so he was ineligible as well to make this list. But let's talk a little bit about Giannis. Giannis made his 7th straight All-NBA first team. He joins Michael Jordan as the only players in history with an MVP, Defensive Player of the Year award, and 7 first-team All-NBA selections. How far away is Giannis from
7
cracking the
first
top?
teams?
Yep, 7 straight first-team All.
7 straight.
Mr. B, how far is Giannis from cracking the top 10 all-time? 30 years old, very impressive resume from an individual standpoint. Back-to-back seasons, averaging 30 points per game, shooting 60% from the field. Never been done before in the NBA history before he did it.
I mean, definitely need a couple more rings. But just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, he's averaging 30-something every year. So, but I think it will help if he gets some more rings under his belt, because winning does trump a lot of other things.
Yeah. I was gonna say, what, like 7 straight top 4 MVP? Correct. Voting.
Yeah. I mean, you got a lot of time.
Do his accolades look more impressive if they're in another location, say Brooklyn,
Yeah, if it's in New York, if it's in a big city,
Los
yeah.
Angeles?
Yeah.
I mean, by the time if we're going off of, what the experts have, you got Kobe 9, Shaq 10.
It's gonna be tough for him.
Yeah.
Only 30 though. Let's say he got 5 to 8 more solid years.
I know, but when you're talking about that, you're talking about they have the MVPs, they have the finals MVPs, they have the championships, they have the scoring titles, right? You're talking like just where they are, 9 and 10, you're talking about, 5 rings, 4 rings, one, the fans and the public has him number 2. It's going to be hard to move him. It's going to be hard to crack the top 10 in a sense, from the media standpoint, because you're going to have to match everything everyone has and exceed that. I think Curry is the closest one to do it because he has the MVPs, a scoring title, and he has the championships. Yeah. So a couple more years, I think they'll put him past Shaq.
Yeah, well, Steph, 37 years old. Like I said, oldest guard in NBA history.
Yeah, I think he's the closest one from resume. I think KD's behind him for active. Then I'm pretty sure Giannis and Jokic is gonna be swooping through.
Yeah.
Wait, you said they have Kobe and Shaq at 9 and 10
They have Kobe
as the greatest ever?
That's top 10, from the top 75 list.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they have.
So
So if you look at their metrics, it's basically those.
So who's in the top? Like who's
It's basically everybody in front of them, multiple MVP winners.
Okay.
So between
That's
Giannis
all,
and Joker, who do you feel like will finish their career? Right now, obviously, Joker 3 MVPs. They both got one chip, one Finals MVP. Joker first big man in NBA history to average a triple-double in a season.
Who's in front?
Considered by many to be the best player in the world, not the MVP.
Just by how they voting, MVPs is the most valued thing for individual accolades. So you'll say Jokic is in front of Giannis right now.
Sonny, do you agree?
He's
or
younger though,
disagree
right?
Do I agree or disagree?
with saying that Joker in front of Giannis right now when it comes to all-time ranking?
Well, I must say, I'm parched. But that's kind of like, to me, is the whole top 10 changing and reshaping is just like going up to the Mount Rushmore and carving a new face.
Can you just change somebody else's face?
That wouldn't happen, right? Because you know how much time and effort it would take to get up there and carve a whole new face into a mountain. The forefathers are the forefathers. The top 5 is the top 5, the top 10 is the top 10. But it ain't configured by the media. The media doesn't dictate who I think is the greatest of all time. Not even top 5, not even top 10, not even top 75. So if we're gonna keep using media credentials and media references for top 10, we wouldn't have a say in it.
Well, you technically are the media.
We don't have to say.
Right, we
Being
don't
on
have
Gil's
to
Arena
say.
presented by Underdog,
If
we'll-
they make the list and we're here talking about a list, and we all played, they didn't. Why are we respecting their list?
So what list do we go by?
Our own list. The list we all argue about every fucking day. Who's 10, who's 5, who's 8, who's 2.
Right. So I know, but how would players know where they're ranked if you're just asking anybody? Like
Players
we need
shouldn't
some-
care where they ranked first.
They shouldn't
Everyone
care.
cares.
No, they shouldn't.
Hell yeah! If you
They
work,
shouldn't, but they do.
They only do because of the media. It's the more attention you can get.
Right.
The more fame you can get. But if you didn't care, you would actually play to where you belong. You belong where you play, how you play. So 10 and 9 for Shaq and Kobe is all preference based. If you like their game, if you didn't like their game, I always look at this. How did it look? How did it look? Did Giannis make it look like it was something you could put him above Kevin Garnett? Above Tim Duncan? Above Akeem Olajuwon? How did it look?
Above
Did it look
KG.
better enough? Did it look better enough to put him over Allen Iverson, over Kyrie Irving? Like when we talk about the list, we say, look at these guys, look what they did, and look at how they made it look. So if you're gonna go past them, you gotta have more. You gotta look better.
So he don't
Numbers ain't enough.
So he don't look better than none of those guys you just said.
Yeah.
Oh okay. Oh okay.
Where did I say the fans and the players have Kobe?
I think players, Kobe, top 2, top 3.
Okay, I said 2. So Jamal Dixon, shut the fuck up.
Who's Jamal Dixon?
And nigga in the chat.
Nigga in the
I
chat.
thought I just said. I thought I just said where they had him. I'm a player. But media, the people who voting, they voting for everything. Our whole career is being judged by them. They voting for, all NBA. They're voting for All-Star. They're voting for Finals MVP. They're the ones that's voting. So when we say we don't respect what they're voting, everyone's accolades is contributed to this, right? They are the ones that are picked. They're the ones who are paid to pick, like a judge in a case, right? They are the judge in a case.
But they're missing all the key elements in the case. They're not acknowledging all the key evidence. They're just saying, all right, it looks like you did it. So you did it. But wait, there's more. We got more evidence of why I didn't do it. So even with this list, you say, all right, man, these guys are going to pick because it's based on all of these different things. But then you got to equate winning, losing, team morale, organization, the coaching, the free agency. Or we didn't pick. Like all these things account for that one player accumulating his achievements and saying, I got this because our team was better. Our team was good. I had this player with me to help pass the ball. Some players don't got that. Some players never had that. T-Mac never had that.
Right.
You know, Vince never, certain guys that could have propelled their careers, but they're stuck here because they didn't have what other players had. Now they're here, like Steph and certain guys, KD, look who you won with, bro. Allen Iverson probably looking around like, man, I wish y'all would gave me something even close to what y'all had. We wouldn't even be talking about me and anybody else. Give me something. Y'all gave me nothing.
What? He played with Melo.
Gave me nothing.
Melo?
Nothing.
But he's a fourth top shooting guard ever.
He could be number one.
He could.
So you see how the determination is what you are dealing with, what you're working with. And if you can work past it, you can be propelled. But if you can't, you're going to be T-Macking it, you're going to be Vincing it, you're going to be at the bottom of the barrel, Dwight Howard in it. Like, yo, if I'd have had a prime Gilbert Arenas, 29 a game, we would have probably won it too.
Yes, but it's all ifs. I can't
Exactly.
But if it's I can't use ifs. I can't use ifs on your sheet.
Don't we need
as players.
Don't we need a list?
There's
though?
a
like if you're a top player and we're just going by what everybody's list instead of a list, how does that player know where he ranks? Because we're just going by every having a list. We need a list.
We're hoopers. We all know we all good.
An opinion comes when we don't like something that we see.
Right.
That's when we use our opinion.
Right. Okay.
Right. So when they bring out the top 10, right? That's what they voted on. Now our opinion comes in to say, no, this goes here, and we make our argument. At the end of the day, it's still our opinion. That list is still the list. No matter what the fuck we do.
But it's their
the
list.
list is the list.
No,
that's the list that goes.
Yeah, but where is the other
thing as a list?
Michael Jordan has been number one since when?
You don't need a list.
Who controls the list that we're talking about that is the list?
The same people who's controlling the whole time.
So who is it? Can we name them? We don't know.
The voters, right?
So you're just saying, it's just like saying the man controls us. Who the fuck is the man? And stop giving the man so much fucking power. And you don't even know who the fuck the man is.
It's Whitey.
You're just saying the man just to play victim. Fuck all that. Who's the list? Who made the list? I want to know who made the list.
Voters.
And if I see them and I'm like, I don't respect your fucking list, I'm going to make my own.
Okay.
That's what the players need to do if they don't like the list.
But players are in there.
But I'm talking about if the players don't like the list.
No, but I'm saying
I don't like if I'm ranked 10 and I should be ranked 5. Do you want me to respect this list?
Because
your opinion. But
remember when Kobe was still alive?
Your opinion.
They had him ranked what, like 44?
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember
that season?
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
It was like, yo, come on, man.
And then what happened?
He laughed.
Right, and then what happened?
After
he laughed.
That was after his Achilles.
Did they change the list? Did he go up from 44 after that list? I'm pretty sure he did. Because it was laughable.
Because of a list.
Because it's laughable.
Because a list made.
You have to change the list based on preference of whether I like it or not. If enough people say that list is bullshit,
he got mad about the number.
Did he just get mad and change it, or did he just perform?
No, it's not Kobe changing it. Remember, he don't have the power to change it. They change
performance.
it. So, performance. If it's performance, he can't perform no more. How does he go down?
How does he go? He don't go down.
So he should stay at 2 or 3.
He should stay where he is.
He should stay at 2 or 3. So
if someone passes.
So when Shannon Sharp said it's God, Air Jordan, and Kobe in that order.
That's his list.
It should have never changed.
That's his.
But somehow dead people moved ahead of a guy who stopped playing.
Who?
A lot of guys.
No one's moved in front of Kobe.
So how did he get to 9?
He's been at 9.
He just agreed that he was top 3.
He's been, first of all, he was that's players. From the consistent list of what ESPN and those guys, the voters. Kobe hasn't passed 7.
I can show you plenty of. Kobe Bryant is the top 2 player of the decade, 2002 to 2010. This is when he was playing.
Decade.
They were saying
that's his decade.
Yes.
2000.
When Kobe Bryant left the NBA in 2019, they were saying Kobe Bryant is arguably the best player to ever play the game. That's 1, 2.
We can argue that. That's what that means.
But this is the same people you're saying that's saying something else. You're saying the ESPN people had him at 7 or 9 all the time. No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Go find me a list.
Stuart Scott.
That's
Adam
one person. There's 100 people that vote.
Will Bond.
He voted.
Will Bond.
He voted.
The other dude, the white dude.
They all
I don't know
voted.
his name. What's the dude? Rose on Fire. What's the dude? Matt. He used to have his own show. He was
Jim Rome.
Jim Rome.
My former boss.
Skip Bayless. personalities all had Kobe where he was because he fit the
Yeah,
profile.
it's 100 people. Can you put the list back up so we can show him what this actually
The All NBA voting list.
Put the All NBA voting up.
With all 3 teams. There it is.
Now, name those 6 people you named. Those could be Cade Cunningham. Who's voting for Kobe? 6 personalities. That's 6, but you see where he's at. He's 3rd team.
So-
they voted that he should be 1st team.
So are those 6 major personalities I named, are they the front and center of media?
It don't matter. They only
I'm
have
asking.
one vote.
I'm asking, are they front and are they
Yes.
front and center? So the other 70 people who vote,
The other
we
94.
don't see them on TV.
The other 94.
We don't see them on
people.
TV.
Some of them, I'm sure we do.
Yes.
Just follow me here.
Okay.
Follow me. We don't see them on TV. We only see 6 of them. The 6 are saying Kobe Bryant is what?
Arguably the best.
1 or 2. 6 of
No,
them.
that's just arguably the best.
Right? So the 6 people are pushing a narrative. Pushing a narrative that the other 94 cannot. So why all of a sudden the 6 is getting ignored? Because they're telling you that who's the best. They're
6.
telling you
Bro,
six guys.
Like if we voted right now.
How did the narrative
You
change
have
from
one-
6 to
You
94?
only have one vote, bro. Like if we all voted here's something, who's the top 5? No matter who you put, it's only one vote.
But y'all going
We
against the
still
narrative.
have
The
a
main
vote.
narrative is the national narrative. Kobe's 1 or 2. If you are 94% on the other side, that means you're going against the narrative.
No, it's not a narrative. It's whatever. A narrative is not a real thing. It's just a narrative.
Huh?
A narrative is not a real thing. It's a narrative. You can make up a narrative.
I
All
know.
narratives are
That's
just
what
made
the
up.
whole point of the conversation is. They made up
There's
a narrative.
truth and then there's a narrative.
The narrative that Kobe Bryant is 7 and 9 or 10 is made up. That's a made up
How many
narrative,
years-
and everyone's been pushing it since he died. So I'm
Since he
asking,
died?
how did he go
Can
from
somebody
2
go-
to 9?
Can somebody go 2014 top 50 all-time list? There's only one person that passed Kobe since Shaq. So Shaq was in front of Kobe before Kobe passed Shaq. That's how Shaq got behind Kobe. The only person who came in front was LeBron James in probably 2014 when he won his 3rd MVP. That's how he broke the top 10.
I'm surprised. I'm so scared.
I mean, when he won his
How
3rd
did
MVP.
Shaq get in front of Kobe?
Shaq was in front of Kobe. I don't.
How?
Maybe he was an MVP, maybe 4-time champ, maybe a couple finals MVP. At some point, don't you think Shaq was in front of Kobe if Kobe was the number 2? Why are we playing stupid? At some point, if Shaq was the best player in the NBA, he had to be in front of Kobe if Kobe was a young boy. And then at some point when Kobe became himself, he won a championship, he won an MVP, he won another championship, he then passed Shaq. That's simple.
So who was in front of Shaq?
Who was in front of Shaq? When Shaq was at his height, Jordan, Magic, Kareem, Bird, they have Bill Russell and Tim Duncan. So he never got in front of Tim. So he never got to that.
So Shaq was behind all those guys you just named.
He's been behind, yeah.
And Kobe's behind Shaq.
Kobe was behind Shaq. Remember, yeah. So let's say 2005. Do you think Kobe was in front of Shaq in 2005?
You talking about 81-point Kobe?
Yes. Do you
Yes.
think he was in front of?
Yes, I think everyone thought that. Everyone thought that. Even Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was sitting around like, this little boy, he keep getting close to me. I'm going to have to call my
Laker
people.
boy. But let's get back to this season's All-NBA list. So as I mentioned, LeBron extended his record with his 21st consecutive All-NBA team selection. After the teams were announced, LeBron had this reaction, tweeting, quote, All-NBA at 40, low-key crazy to me right now. Sitting here watching the playoffs, just thinking about it. Blessed beyond I can even imagine. So no other players made All-NBA more than 15 straight times, with Kareem, Kobe, and Duncan all tied for the second longest streak. LeBron also holds a record with 11 straight first-team selections. So
You said who?
Huh?
You said Duncan?
15 All-NBA, 15 straight All-NBAs.
Duncan. Damn.
So Shaq never would have got in front of Duncan.
Okay. So LeBron also holds a record with 11 straight first-team selections. So just how long is Bron's All-NBA streak. Well, let's take a look. This is what he looked like in video games when he made his first All-NBA team. But that used to be high quality back in those days. 2004 game. So, Gil, how absurd is it to see LeBron make All-NBA for 21 straight seasons? You made All-NBA 3 straight seasons.
No, I mean, this is ridiculous. That's why it does get frustrating that, if you're just a pure basketball fan, that you're not enjoying this, because if we take the age of him and we compare it to players that even got to this age. Well, we got to see Michael Jordan at his age, and that was the best thing we've ever seen at 39-40.
Averaging a dub.
Right, averaging a dub. Like, it was amazing, right? We seen what, if you're older, I'm pretty sure you've seen what Kareem looked like at that age, right? We see what Dirk looked like on his final days. We seen what Vince Carter looked like, right? So when you see a guy who's still playing at a high level and we're sitting here trying to compare him to younger GOATs, that doesn't even make sense. Like, for you to enjoy what you're seeing, because you probably would never see a 40-year-old at this level
make 21 straight All-NBA teams.
Just averaging 25, 7 and 7 at the age of 40 is not going to be seen like that again. So I don't even know why we spend our time hating when we can just be enjoying, because this is legacies going. This is basketball if you're a fan of it. Like, I'm pretty sure if you're a football fan, what you've seen from Tom Brady at the end, I'm pretty sure that was amazing for you. Because, at that age, they all broken down, struggling, sitting on the end of the bench, waving flags, clapping. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it is amazing. Just like it's amazing watching KD at the age and fucking Steph at this age. That's amazing.
Steph at 37 still doing
shit. Fucking Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
What is he, almost 40? He's 40.
Yeah.
And they're hooping at like a high level, though.
I know, that's what I said. It's high level hooping.
It's like
if LeBron James wasn't playing, Chris Paul would be like, hey, some good ass basketball he's playing at this age.
They take your ass home, man. Take your fucking ass home, man. What are you doing? Playing this game like this shit ain't real. 40, sit down. You got some other shit to do?
But high 30s, you got Steph, KD, you got CP, you got LeBron.
40 balling, bro.
But I'm saying, see all these guys at this age.
I don't want to watch them balling. What's up?
At 40?
But it's not impressive.
It's not impressive?
No.
Who doing it, though?
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying.
Because nobody wants to.
Nobody can.
Nobody wants to.
Can't.
I'm hurting. My knees hurt.
They can't.
My ankles hurt.
They can't.
My
back.
Chris
Paul.
I need a backiotomy, bro.
Yeah, the doctor said I need a backiotomy.
I think I broke my back again.
Spinal.
Oh, man, that's them taking care of their body.
Man, you're taking up a whole spot for the All-NBA team, bro.
Who?
Why did somebody just push him out that spot, man?
He did. He tried to at All-Star, man. Motherfucker just didn't want to. He didn't play and then didn't want to give up the spot. Norm Powell might have been All-NBA if he'd have took that spot and then went and propelled it. Goddamn. You never know what momentum can take you somewhere, man. I'm holding up these spots for these young fellas.
Hold on. So LeBron, 40 years old, they was what, top 5 in the East?
3.
Top 3
in the West.
Top 3 in the West, and he's averaging how much?
Norm Powell only played 60 games this year, so he's
There's a negative 55 plus minus for the year.
Who?
LeBron.
What does that mean?
He's the only player on the All-NBA team with a negative plus minus.
On this year's?
Yeah.
Or just ever?
This year.
So what does that mean?
He didn't play very good all year.
So he shouldn't make it because of that?
Because it's plus minus?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else's was plus. Plus over 100, I think. It was negative 55.
Damn.
So do you think Kobe was ever minus?
Probably.
Okay. So that means nothing to him.
Well, you're not comparing Kobe to LeBron.
If
Compare LeBron to the current field right now.
I'm talking about in that field.
What field?
All NBA.
Right now, there was other players that had a plus minus better than negative 55 that deserved the spot.
If that's the logic, then I'm pretty sure If you think about Kobe's,
we're not talking about
2004,
Kobe,
5.
man. We're not
because you're
bringing
using a
Kobe,
metric,
bro.
And
We're not
your
use another player.
No, I'm
Use
using your
somebody
favorite
else.
player because
That's your favorite player.
That's your favorite
Your
player.
favorite player.
So if you
Both of y'all.
Your favorite player.
It's like both of y'all.
I don't want to hear
If you're
that.
having-
He ain't never like Kobe.
If you're putting a standard,
He never liked
I'm the only
Kobe,
one with
bro.
a Kobe tattoo.
He
I
ain't
had
never
everything.
liked Kobe,
I use
bro.
the standard. You use
Inner
the
thigh.
standard to take away someone's legacy, and I just open it up and say, does it count now? So if
Use another
when he
player.
played with Kwame Brown, do you think he had a positive? But he made the All-NBA team.
I don't know.
he
I
did
didn't
not.
look at it.
He did
I'm
not.
not talking about that.
So
I'm
does
talking
it still-
about this.
But does it still matter?
I'm not. Yes, it matters.
Okay, so he shouldn't have
Can't go back and change it.
Okay. Come on, you have to
We
be
can do it right now,
You have
though.
to be the same
We
across
are
the
the
board.
same. We
Are
just
those
use,
only-
you
are
just
those the
want
only
to
two
use the
players that have
guy
a
that's
negative?
better
No.
than him.
Okay, so
Fuck no.
You
Okay,
just
so
want to
other
use
players.
the guy
Yes,
that's better
there's players
than him.
every
Okay.
year.
Oh, okay.
There's players
Is it?
every year. Yes.
he said it's other players.
Always.
There is?
That's a minus for
In
the
the-
season, but they make an All-NBA team.
Always?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes.
So if we find one that's not, what'd that mean?
If I find another one, I win. I already found Kobe.
No, I said if you find one that's not, like if we find an All-NBA
It said
that
players.
for a year
We didn't say a
that,
name.
that didn't have a negative plus minus. Everybody had plus.
No, I'm just
What does
saying,
that mean?
No, I'm just saying it was other players that's been a negative, right? That's been all
NBA.
NBA. Okay,
Yeah.
that was my question.
So let's talk about the other side of this now, though. So you got a guy like Jaren Jackson Jr. just missed making an All-NBA team, missed out on Defensive Player of the Year. Either one of those would have gotten him a supermax contract of 5 years, $345 million, or he would have been eligible for that. As it stands right now, because he did not make All-NBA, he's got 5 years, $147 million. It's about $200 million difference that he lost out on. Gil, I think you predicted this a few weeks ago when he was the front runner in the Defensive Player of the Year race, that something would happen to prevent him from reaching that supermax level. But brings me to my next question. So with supermax deals exploding over the next decade because of the new TV rights deal, will we see players fight back against load management to stay eligible for the All-NBA teams? Right? We talk about load management. Players get the criticism for that, but really this is more of a team thing, enforcing these players to rest. But with this 65-game minimum, and Haliburton talked about that, I believe, last season, dealing with the hammy injury, but staying out there on the court to try and still be eligible for postseason awards.
They should shorten the season.
Shorten the season?
Give these guys the rest that they're asking for. Everybody who's caught up on this, we did it so y'all can do it. It ain't the same game. They play it faster. They're more explosive. They don't lift as much as we did, so they don't have the durability. You give them rest. You allow the summer to be more of a rest summer. You allow these guys to make decisions not to go play for the summer teams and all that other shit. And you give guys a much better opportunity to make a 65 season threshold rather than 82, missing those 20 games because of rest. And, you know, these Achilles injuries are not low cut shoes problems. It's a load management problem because these guys are moving different. They're not the same guys. Can't just ice like Karl Malone and John Stockton did every day and expect that to be the metric because they wasn't doing things that we're doing today. The way that these guys are moving, the explosiveness, it's going to pop those bands. Those Achilles are going to pop right away. So they need rest. You got back-to-backs. You got 2-3 days. You got this type of thing with the air thing, with the flying and the blood clots. With you gotta manage the threshold better, and I think that's going to allow these guys to play longer. You know, you got Joel Embiid, 82 games. He's not going to make it for the rest of his career. So if you got a 65-game season or a 70-game season where guys can actually have some rest more in the summer and then not have to push themselves to overexert themselves by postseason, you might have a better-looking league.
But do you think players would stand for that, knowing what's at stake in terms of individual accolades, records, scoring titles, all that type of stuff? Yeah. Dropping down from 82 to some might be more beneficial for the league.
You don't have a restriction on your accolades anymore.
Yeah.
And it's shorter games. So that 65 that you couldn't reach, it's actually, that's the whole season now. That's 60. Now you play the whole season. We ain't even worried about your awards or anything. And you got 15, 16 games that you would have had if you got injured to rest. Now you got that rest. So guys are going to take the approach to be more subtle, more cautious with their training, who they train with. It's not going to be reckless. And the league and the owners, the money that's coming in from the deals, they have to move that money around and spend that money now on the players, like Gil was always saying. That money now is going to be spent on the medicine, the therapy, the housing, all of this stuff now compartmentalizes because you're not losing money like Jaren Jackson, 350 because it's too many guys in the pool and these guys are hurt, and all these things can be changed if they just look at it a little differently.
I don't think they should shorten the season. I mean, I think the 65 game and the low management is for the owners, so they can have situations like this. I think Gil said that Memphis wouldn't be able to afford him anyways if he did get
at that 345 price range. That 147 looks a lot better.
Well, I think it's a game that they're playing also with it, and I think that's why it's in. But like Rashad said, guys need to take care of their bodies in the summer. So much other things going on in the world, social media and all this stuff, but I think guys need to get back into the lab and just go ghost for a minute too in the summertime. Like, come back looking better, come back more in shape. But as long as the low management in there, they can keep you off the court as long as they want because you're their investment. So if we say you ain't playing, then you just ain't playing. So this low management is for the owners though, so they can keep their money in their pockets.
And that's what I was when they first came out and they was blaming the players, and I'm like, load management is not coming from a player, it's a coach, and that's coming from upstairs. When we played and our injury was, 6 to 8 weeks, they told us 4 to 6 weeks because they was trying to get us out there, right? They wanted the fans, and they're trying to push us out there. Now, 6 to 8 weeks is turning into 10 to 12. That's coming from upstairs, right? Because some of these guys were still getting voted in. They did so much so fast, like a Kawhi Leonard, and he was still making his team. And because he can make this team still with 58 games, it was hurting the owners. So the owners wanted 65 games. So they did a sweep across and see what everybody was averaging, how many games all the superstars is averaging. And that's how they came with the baseline 65. But now they get to use it as a weapon. You have an ankle sprain and you think you can play, and they're like, I don't need you to go out there. That's not, a Kuminga situation. Obviously, Jaren Jackson, that's easy to see. Like, it was easy to see he was going to get fucked. Because I would do it. Like, I can't afford you at no fucking 350. You're not putting nobody in the seats. Nobody's coming to see you, Otis. They ain't coming to see that wild motherfucker down there that may be throwing grenades, nuclear strike. I don't know what the fuck he gonna do, but that's who everybody's coming to see. His antics done made baseball. That's who sells.
But do we have to pay him?
Huh?
We don't have to pay him.
No, that's his ticket.
No, but I'm saying, but we don't have to pay that. He's worth that. He can get that.
Yeah.
We don't have to give it to him.
No, you don't have to, but the problem is this. It's 300, how much?
345.
345 is unlocked.
Yeah.
Right, that's unlocked.
For the league.
For the league.
Right.
So now, when he go, if you say, we're not matching, we're not doing that, he goes in the open market, it's not capped at 150.
It's still 345.
So somebody offer him 245. You still like, man, fuck that.
But I'm Memphis. Memphis. I'm saying, as long as it ain't on my tab, we cool. Hit him off the books, we good.
But that's what I'm saying.
But this is my question. If he's in limbo with 350 on his head with nobody willing to pick it up, where does he go from there?
Right.
But no matter what, he might not get 350, but he gonna get more than the 150.
100%.
And that's all he give a fuck about.
Yeah.
I might not get the 350, but I'm gonna get 275 or something.
So that's my disconnect is, if I go in the free market and I'm Memphis, I say, we're not paying you that. Mm-hmm. Now, you just got the all-NBA, deserving. Now you go into the market and you're looking around like, somebody got to give me 350. Mm-hmm. And everybody like, not me. Not me.
Yeah, so
and everybody looking around. And then you go into free agency and no one picks you up.
But that's not going to happen.
How?
Somebody
Are
they going to pay what he's worth?
At least
they'll pay him something.
So what's the threshold of what he's worth, what he's willing to take, and what's out there? Is it 270?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
From the 150 to the 345. This is where you're in between.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at what point is anybody not? The other teams are like, we're only gonna give him 145.
Well, now it's 5-year 147 is I think the most at the
5-year 147. Yo, they're gonna sign that nigga tomorrow.
That's the Grizzlies?
yeah.
Hell yeah, that's the most he
$200
can
million
get.
For right now, because it happened.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if it didn't happen,
Yeah. And it was
So-
still that 5 for 345. Grizzlies
Yes.
under no obligation, but hey, we'll try to move you. Get
so like, I'm asking, like, what's the
Somebody-
minimum you could give him if you're another team? What's the minimum you can give him?
The minimum 2-something.
250,
220?
250.
Yeah, that's more.
250 minimum?
Yeah, with incentives.
That's what,
He'll
a
take that.
5-year, as a 5-year 250?
He'll take that.
Well, who gonna give it to him? That's my question. And I know he gonna
Somebody
take,
gonna give
he
it to him
take
because
some shit,
somebody
bro.
gonna give it to him because he's
Because they got
all NBA.
Yeah.
But okay, if he is all NBA, somebody got
Somebody gonna
Yes,
give it to
somebody
them
gonna
because
bite.
they're still getting a discount. They're getting a discount to the fact that if your team don't want you and nobody wants to pay you $350, you're worth $150. That's your real market, but you made this team, so you done bumped up another $100. Somebody will jump out there. Somebody will
Who's in
jump
the
out
same
there.
position though? Right now, who's in the same position?
I don't know. Nobody. Wait.
Luka.
No, Luka's on the. No, see, that's Luka is.
He was supposed to get the 345.
Luka's a
they
part.
said
Now think about it. You got Luka and him up at the same time.
right.
Both asking. Let's say Luka asked for 250.
But ain't this the same scenario before you finish? Ain't this like
Kinda.
the same?
No.
They
One,
were both.
one is 140. One is worth 140. One is worth 350.
Right. But
They
as far
both
as the
got-
paper,
they
right.
both
on metrics, they
yeah.
both can get
But
this much.
on paper, they both can get this, but
But
one's
one is
worth
worth
it,
this. Yeah,
one is
100%,
worth here,
100%,
and they both ended up in the middle.
For sure.
So now, let's say Jared is like, okay, we're gonna sign for 250. Cool. And then Luka signs before you at 250.
They gonna drop the number.
Are you signing Jared for the same price you signed Luka for? Right? You're gonna be like, well, Luka's.
Yeah.
No.
For sure.
We're not paying you the same thing we paying Luka, and that's what ends up happening.
And that's what I'm fearing
You got to
from
be.
him.
Then that's the problem sometimes in the NBA where people don't
crazy.
understand. If when we go into free agency, there's a marker.
Yeah.
We all know where we stand.
Yeah, well, we're gonna stop.
right? And everything depends on the person in front of us. Right? If I'm worth 50,
Yeah, you'll stop the
you
whole
worth
shit.
60,
Like, nah, I'm not getting less
you
than him.
worth 70, so we only 10 million away from each other. You signed for 100, 90, 80. Off the rip. Your ass signed for 40, you fuck both us.
Yeah, you shorted the market.
Like what Brunson did last year.
Right, okay.
That
He shorted the market for everybody.
everybody's
else
like,
good.
you ain't no fucking Brunson. You ain't no Brunson.
Facts.
You ain't no
And that's
fucking
leverage.
Brunson.
That's leverage
And that's,
for the owner.
and that's what ends up happening. So as much as we pocket watch, you're hoping that someone don't fuck the market up in
Yes.
You want someone, when you go into the marketplace, you want someone to sign some money they wasn't worth. Because you get to piggyback off of it.
I'll give you an example. Nate Robinson, when he was in New York, he left there, ended up signing in Denver, I think, for a short-term 1-year contract. But before he did that, the market for mid-level exception players was like 10 million plus.
Yep.
He took a 1-year, $2 million contract.
Yep.
So everybody that was in free agent now seen, because he was averaging 20.
Yep.
Nate's averaging 20 off the bench for New York. Everybody in free agency gonna hit. And he took the low, everybody had to take. JR took a less, everybody ended up taking less. And that fucked everybody up. So I understand that market shit. And it'll fuck everybody up based on who's in front of you. Hey man, he's good. He got what? Damn. We gotta settle for this? Shit.
So good, you talked about Jalen Brunson. We're gonna hit the Knicks in 1 second, but today's podcast is sponsored by SeatGeek. Everyone can use our code ARENA10 to get 10% off your SeatGeek order, whether you're a new customer or not. Sports, concerts, festivals, you name it. The weekend is pulling up to SoFi Stadium next month, so a lot of people have been looking on SeatGeek for the best deals, and the Dodgers are on their quest to repeat as World Series champs, so you know I'm gonna have to pull up to a few games using SeatGeek. SeatGeek rates on a scale of 1 to 10, so look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. No matter how many times you bought tickets using SeatGeek before, code ARENA10 is gonna get you 10% off your next order. So take out your phone, open the SeatGeek app, and add code ARENA10 to your account. All right, so let's talk this Eastern Conference Finals. Gil, see you rocking the New York. Do not see Tim's, but do see the Knicks flag. So we'll give you a pass.
They said they win game 4. I get the unlock.
You get your Tim. Okay, the Timbs are locked up right now.
Yeah, unlock the Timbs.
So Knicks and Pacers met in Indy for Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals Sunday night. But let's go back quickly to Game 2. Pascal Siakam dropped a playoff career-high 39 points on 15 of 23 shooting to guide the Pacers to the win in a 2-0 lead in the series. It was a Pacers' 6th straight road win this postseason. Jalen Brunson put up another dominant performance with 36 points and 11 assists, but the Knicks lost their second straight home game. No team has lost the first 2 games at home and come back to win a series in the conference finals. Cat had 20 points in the game but got benched in the fourth quarter. After the loss, he had this message about the Knicks going down 0-2.
What's the mindset when you're down 0-2, and obviously history says 93% of teams that are up 2-0?
I told you about the word history. I'm not here to repeat it. We're here to make it. So if I've learned anything, especially last year, as quick as you win 2 games is as quick as you can lose 2 games. So just bank on my experience and we just got to execute at a high level.
So with their season on the line Sunday, the big bodega took matters into his own hands, willing the Knicks back from another big deficit to make some history of their own. Let's take a look at the highlights. Thibs made an adjustment to the Knicks starting lineup, moving Josh Hart to the bench for Mitchell Robinson. The Knicks struggled to find their rhythm early, shooting 35% from the field, 22% from 3 in the first quarter. Despite not having a turnover in the first 12 minutes, the Knicks still trailed by 4, with Jalen Brunson's 11 first quarter points, including 6 free throws, keeping them in the game. So the Knicks dealt with multiple players in foul trouble, including Brunson, Cat, and Deuce McBride, who picked up 3 fouls in a little over a minute, forcing Thibs to go deeper on his bench, with DeLon Wright and Landry Shamet seeing meaningful minutes for the first time this postseason. The decision had Knicks fans scratching their heads and bitching on social media as New York found themselves in familiar territory, down by as much as 20 in the second quarter, as the Pacers went on a 13-0 run, but the Knicks closed the gap, trailed by 13 at the half. Tyrese Haliburton led the Pacers with 20 points, 7 assists, and 3 steals. Miles Turner added 19 points. Siakam had 17 and 4 boards, and T.J. McConnell had 12 off the bench, including 10 in the first half. So the Knicks appeared to be 1 loss closer to Cancun after a sluggish start to the second half, as the Pacers extended their lead to 15 with a little over 2 minutes remaining in the third. Then Deuce McBride scored 7 straight points to help New York go on a run of their own. So in an 8-minute stretch between the end of the third and start of the fourth quarter, the Knicks went on a 24-7 run. Karl-Anthony Towns was playing with a heavy heart on Dominican Mother's Day, struggled to put the ball in the hoop the first 3 quarters, but that wasn't a problem in the final frame. Cat scored 20 of his 24 points in the fourth quarter. 20 points is a career high for Cat in any quarter of the playoffs. Big Bodega also added 15 rebounds and that and 1 dunk that gave the Knicks their first lead since the first quarter. So Brunson picked up his 5th foul with about 7 minutes remaining, did not return until there was 1:37 left in the game, but he finished with 23 points in the contest as we watch Cat cook. So good. We have some issues with Cat taking some of those long threes, but they found their way into the bucket.
Get shit out of here.
Like I said, Brunson was out for a good stretch of the fourth quarter, had 23 points, none more important than the floater he hit. The minute 17 remaining to put the Knicks up 2. He was 6 of 18 from the field, hit all 10 of his free throws, including 2 with 8 seconds left to put the Knicks up 4 to help seal the win. OG Anunoby added 16 and 3 blocks on 6 of 9 shooting. Mikal Bridges had 15 but was 6 of 18 from the field. Josh Hart was big in his bench role with 8 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 dimes. Knicks are the first team in the play-by-play era with 3 20-point comeback wins in a single playoff run, with all 3 of those wins coming on the road. So Cat lost his mother 5 years ago, and after the game reflected on what it meant to ball out on Dominican Mother's Day.
My mom's side of the family, everyone was hitting me up telling me they were going to be watching the game with my aunts, and it just meant a lot that I was able to play on a day like today. And obviously, I didn't know my mom was expecting a game like tonight, but I'm just happy that this team is able to get a win on her day. And shout out to all my Dominicanos out there.
I know black. So Cat played just 5 minutes in the fourth quarter of Game 2, had 2 points, responded with 20 in the fourth quarter of this game. So how impressive was, thank you for that good, it has been a while since we heard the good in the arena. So how impressive was Cat's 20-point fourth quarter on Dominican Mother's Day?
First 3 quarters, since Game 2, he was playing like literally Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots.
Have you ever seen the movie Puss in Boots? And he had 1 life left, and he was scared to do anything. That's how he's been playing since Game 2. But, I'm going to give him his credit that he showed up in the fourth quarter. He did what he's supposed to do against the players that's guarding him. Right? As slow-footed as you are, they can't keep up with you. And I don't understand why you sit here and take these far-ass three-pointers randomly for no reason because you're open when you can drive the whole time. So the fact that in the fourth quarter, you started driving, taking these guys off the dribble, realizing that's your advantage, kind of makes me feel like, like this series would have been over if you wouldn't have did that shit in game one, right? Chucking those threes in the 8-minute mark, you could have just been driving, taking these guys to the hole. Game two is whatever game two, but game three is like you had four points in the first 3 quarters. Just shows, man, like when you're not engaged, dude, you're not engaged. Like when you're really just out there floating, you're no use to the team. You know, so like you can see that these guys can't stay in front of you. Game 4, this is how you finish the fourth quarter. That's how you're supposed to be starting the next game and every quarter after that.
You don't think that got a lot to do with Brunson out there? Because when he started killing, Brunson was out the game. You know, they was able to go to him. He was able to, you know what I'm saying, get some easier buckets and actually play like himself, you know, when they made that run where Brunson was out. It could be a lot of times because Brunson be holding the ball a lot.
No, he holds the ball a lot, but when Cat do get it, he settles like he shot a logo shot for no reason. Just not a logo, the half court, that logo, the center court.
It is a logo. It is a
the Pacers logo. He shot one. I'm like,
large
dude,
logo.
I don't give a fuck if it goes in at this point, but why? It's not like you done hit three of these bitches in a row. And this is the shot you're taking? Like, these are not good shots. This is the playoffs. This is not regular season. The only reason you can do that against Pacers is because Pacers are going to put enough possessions in a game where you can recover. But if you're playing against a team that they care about possessions, you're not coming back from stuff like this. Every shot matters at this point. So he has to be really calculated on the shots he takes. Right? He's the wild chucker of the group.
So, Sonny, I see the body bag has made an appearance back in Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Woo Woo.
It said, Puss in Boots had two different movies where the cat was actually a gangster. Cat's actually a gangster. He actually fucked some shit up in the movie. Thank you, Cat, for being Puss in Boots. Dead body time, man. Once upon a time, not long ago, there was 2 kids playing on the radio, talking and saying somebody's name and wasn't supposed to say. So I put 2 of these niggas on top of each other. So there's Gil and then there's Brandon on Gil's shoulders.
In the body bag.
Yeah, in the body bag. And Brandon is the speaker. Brandon speaks. But he don't talk in coherent sentences. So he just mumbles a lot because it's the duct tape that's stopping him from talking. So I said, Brandon, why you go over there and get on their team when you knew what I was going to be on today?
What team?
I just got a fresh new Jerry curl and you want to come over here and try to fuck up my activator. But guess what? Knicks in 6.
Knicks in 6.
Knicks in 6.
Lakers in 5.
Knicks in 6.
As long as we keep this Luka energy, this Gil-Zempic is going to get us right what we're supposed to do. I'm broke, baby. I'm broke, baby.
Gil has returned to the Knicks bandwagon as a part of his 30-day trial day.
Yeah.
17 of the trial.
Yeah, whoever wins.
Whoever wins.
No shame in my game.
No shame.
No shame in my game. Whoever wins. You know, you want my support, you gotta win. I'm not fucking with no more losers. I told y'all I'm winning the championship. It was supposed to be for the purple and gold.
You better just join me then. Just come on, because you can't duck me.
I am joining.
Don't duck me.
I am.
Don't duck. Just join.
I'm joining.
Yeah, that's the best way. You can't beat them, join them. Can't beat them, join them.
I'm going for 3
You can't
teams
beat
right
them,
now.
join them, man.
3 teams.
You can't beat them, join them.
They should sell up 2-1.
I got 3 teams.
No es negro. No es negro.
I got 3 teams right now. I got my OKC, right? You know what I mean? Listen, I'm going to a parade this year. Okay? I'm going to be there. I don't give a fuck what day it is. Right? It can be Gil's Arena Day. It can be one of my kids' birthday. I'm going to be at the parade celebrating the championship that we won.
But Sonny, in all sincerity, Cat 20-point fourth quarter, obviously playing with a ton of emotion on Dominica's Mother's Day, as we mentioned, lost his mom 5 years ago.
Yep.
Came through with a marvelous performance, only 4 points total in the first 3 quarters, 20 in the fourth to help propel the Knicks to a win. How impressive is that to you?
It was very impressive, and I don't want to take anything away from what he was able to accomplish on his mom's day, but I felt like that was more of a FU to Thibs. I think that when players are in that position that he was put in to sit and watch his team lose while he was on the bench because the coach had a disagreement, it's ultimate fuck you when you come back. Like, as soon as I get an opportunity to say fuck you, cool. But then what happened is Deuce McBride gets in foul trouble. Cat and Brunson get in foul trouble, which forces this bad coach to go to his bench. Which he then said that Landry Shannon and DeLon Wright were the ultimate professionals for not being able to, be a part of the rotation, and all of a sudden, because we're down, got to be a part of the rotation, got to be professional. But if you would have been playing this rotation the whole season, it wouldn't have been no cough, it wouldn't have been no hiccup. It would have been seamless transition. But coaches like him, they stubborn. They're stubborn. They're so stubborn to the point where if we win, he won't credit. You don't get credit because those guys, they chomped it out. They made sure that they got it done. And I like that Cat showed up, 20 points in the fourth. Listen, don't ever sit me down in the fourth, ever. We're supposed to be up 2-1 right now. Like I said, Knicks in 6, but we got Thibs. So I don't know. It might be Lakers in 5. I never know.
Thibs.
I think McBride needs to play a little bit more.
He's aggressive.
But he got in foul trouble, though. I think he would have played well.
3 fouls in a 1 minute span in the first quarter.
First quarter.
Who cares?
Crazy.
That is absolutely absurd.
They was going to play him more, but
what I'm saying is,
risky.
But they've been playing like 25 minutes per game.
What I'm saying is he ain't playing long enough to foul out. Right? So, like, him getting in foul trouble is really...
He's a backup point guard, though.
Yeah, but he don't back up. Like, he don't play that much to really care about his 6 fouls, in 20, 22, 25 minutes.
He got 8 points. He is 8 points for us.
But no, that's what I'm saying. I like him because they can't guard him. He's too fast, he's too strong, and he's explosive at the rim, which when he does drive, he don't play with the ball like that. Mm-hmm. When he goes, he goes. So when you're talking about a series, you need someone like, you have Brunson, and Brunson has his low ball game, and so they know, okay, Brunson's not going to straight line us. When he's in, you have to react like this, or he's at the rim, which will cause a lot more open shots.
It's like TJ McConnell.
Like TJ comes in, right? So it's one of those things where they need to use him and Brunson sometimes at the same time.
Yep.
Like
Nembhard and McConnell, they play them too.
Like when you got both of them at the same time, it's like now, like Brunson, it goes to him and he just shoots to the rim, and he's it's a hard guard. Right, with Brunson, he ain't really getting it. And if he do get to the rim, I can get to it late. With him,
he might dunk on you. He tried somebody yesterday.
He tried. What's his name?
Knicks is stupid, though. Just gonna throw it out there. Just as a unofficial member of the New York Knicks organization, y'all play stupid basketball sometimes.
And you have said this previously on Gil's represented by Underdog.
Like, Cat's fouls, dumb. I don't even see real foul. They just be doing dumb shit. Brunson, majority of his fouls are dumb fouls.
4 fouls in the first half.
But it's just stupid fouls. It just be these random just...
Because he's fatigued. I just can't. He's fatigued.
Like,
I keep saying.
Like, you coming through the lane, I'm just pushing you. I'm old. Like, it's just, stop.
But he's tired.
Like, it's not even like, what I'm saying, it's not even like aggressive fouls where you're stopping the play, or you're in a bad position, you want to hold a guy. It just be some off-brand
did you do that?
I need a break.
Off
I gotta come back down.
wrestling with a nigga. Now you want to
Cat always doing that. He could have fouled out yesterday.
Yeah.
They didn't call a lot of that shit.
like even OG. There was a pass that they ended up getting free throws. They passed it to Siakam on a fast break. He's literally under the basket, can't shoot the ball. OG decides to try to shove him out of bounds. Nigga, where is he going?
Oh, yeah.
He can't go nowhere.
Oh, yeah, the
he
two
gonna have
free
to
throws.
dribble the fuck out. You gave 2 free throws
Yeah,
for
the
that
two-
stupid
yeah.
ass foul. It just be these little things, and then they have to be smarter on that challenge, because the challenge that they've lost both times, it cost them in game 1 where they would have went up 6, right? They would have on the goaltend if they had the challenge, and they end up coming back down. They score, and then this game they were up. They would have went up 6. They would have went up 6 where they thought Cat traveled when he didn't.
Yep.
But they didn't have a challenge there.
Yep, I remember that.
And then they came down and scored. Like, if you lose, you're losing
they
because
just wasted that.
that's a 4-point turnaround.
Yep. I
And you know,
remember that.
it's if you're a Knicks fan, you should be hopeful, because in reality, you're playing in the 3 games, you're playing better in the 3 games, right? You had a mishap in game 1, right? But you just like game 3, so it's an even swap out. You was beating their ass in game 1. Y'all fucked that off. Game 3, you hit shots. You got on fire. It's not like they was making a whole bunch of turnovers, doing a whole bunch of dumb shit to lose this game. So this was, you guys came back. They had their second unit. You had your second unit, and your second unit just outplayed them, right? So you should be confident that you still could win this series, right? They beat the game 2. They beat you. That was a beat. Game 1, you lost that game. Game 3, you end up winning that game.
And I look at it like, when you talk about the coaching of it and everything you're saying as far as whys, you look at game 3 and you look at game 2. I always look at game 2 as the difference maker, because they could have won that game. Cat sitting the whole, like, 4th coming in with 3 minutes left. We don't know what that run would have looked like. And Nesmith in game 1, like I always said, we were the better team in game 1. We let somebody come in and do something that he's not going to duplicate at all. We gave him the free range to hit shots in the late game, and he did. Game 2, we came in. We wasn't aggressive to go in and take the game, and then the coaching is just trying to figure out stupid shit at the wrong times. Cool. Game 3, we get down 20 points in the first half, and everybody start, cheering and shit. Like on playback, how y'all was cheering and shit. All that shit. And then we know it's a game. We know it's a game of runs. We know it's a game of runs, right?
We get paid.
So at halftime, before I got the tweeting about the Knicks is about to be, I'm not going in there down 0-3, talking to these niggas in here 0-3. No way.
Rashad, you were not going to come to work if the Knicks were.
No, I was going to come to
you
work.
need to
I
check.
just wasn't going to say nothing.
Okay.
I was just going to be quiet. So then we get to the 4th quarter. This shit has got a whole new ring to it, because we are still professional athletes. Game of runs. Get your stop, make a run. I think the Knicks are a better team all around. I just think that Indiana Pacers got a better coach. And that's the difference maker.
So let's talk about coaching. So Thibs moved Josh Hart to the bench in favor of Mitchell Robinson. Also went deep into his bench with key rotational players in foul trouble. Did the Knicks win because of Thibs or in spite of him?
The Knicks won because the Pacers took their foot off the gas. They got too comfortable. And sometimes with the Pacers, they're very streaky at times. So if you can get them to play in a half-court game and don't let them have their pace, they're not really that good.
Facts.
Also, on the defensive end too, with the Knicks, when they're in the half-court offense and they're moving the ball from side to side, playing fast, Pacers is kind of like they're kind of lost. And then with Hiley out there, if you can get him in some actions, and you can get some easy buckets on him and things like that. But with the Pacers, man, if they can keep their pace, they, like I said, they took their foot off the gas, and I just, I'm not really giving the Knicks that much, leverage over the game. I just think the Pacers just got too comfortable for me.
The Knicks fans in the building agree with that assessment?
Yeah. So, and Pacers in 5.
So we asked the chat who wins the series, Mr. B. 48% said the Pacers. 31% said Knicks in 7. 21% said Knicks in 6.
So put those two Knicks things together.
52% of the chat. They were given 3 options. 52% of the chat opted for the 2 Knicks options.
Got it. We good.
I mean, what Thibs did, the fuck was it for? What did he do?
That's what we need to know.
He subbed out what, Hard and put Mitchell in, and that did what?
Hart still played 34 minutes,
No, but
played
what I'm
29
saying
again.
is, you
difference
doing that to start the game did what?
Well, it's supposed to allow Cat to play the 4 more, but Cat only had 4 points in the first 3 quarters. So it didn't.
Yeah. So when his ass went back to the 5, he balled out.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yep. Yep.
because it was, the first 2 quarters, game 1 and 2, you won those quarters with your starting lineup. This time you lost it.
I think Josh Hart played 44 minutes in game 1, but like we said, without the shenanigans at the end of the game, Knicks should have won that game.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you didn't do anything wrong in game 1, but got ahead of yourself at the 8-minute mark. That's why I said I'm gonna watch the 8-minute mark of that game, because that's where, like, we was up, Brunson's on the bench, and everyone's just figure they want to play hero ball while we're winning. Like, shit, we up, we gonna win this one. Let me go ahead and get my little points. And that's what that looked like, and then from there, just the basketball guys just at every moment, missing free throws, turnover, almost a turnover here with the slip. Like, there was a bunch of things that showed that this was about to be a disaster. Game 2, probably just mismanaged it. Game 3, and you found a way to win it. Now, there's things in a series that you have to adjust to faster than they are adjusting to, right? If Neesmith and them, if he hits 2 shots in a row, that next shot, double it, switch it, right? You don't want him to get on the road that he did the first game. If Hallie is coming down playing iso ball and he look like he's catching fire, because once you catch fire, that's you can tell when Hallie's going to be just a shooter tonight or a passer. When he starts getting in the shooting mode and start adjusting the game plan then. Same thing with Siakam. When Siakam looks like he is trying to take over the game, shut it down then. Don't let these people go for 39, 40 if that's not what they do. If that's not what he does on a regular, then you have to shut it down faster than you are. That's the in-game adjustments. And a lot of these coaches don't have in-game adjustments. Right? If you got 30 at the half, at halftime, however you was playing, you should have switched it.
Right.
But in the first quarter, you got 15 quickies in the first. Whoever was guarding you, we're gonna switch, we're gonna double, we're gonna ISO, we're gonna ice it down. Like, they're not adjusting fast enough. And they're letting players get the fuck off.
Well, you look at scouting report, right? You study the scouting report on the Knicks, and you say, shit, Thibs ain't even gonna play 9 players on the baseball team.
Shout out Kenny Smith.
Right? So if that's the case, and we know that on the other side, we have a roster full of motherfuckers y'all ain't even seen. Shepard, big boy Tony, what's the big boy, 13, for the Pacers, the center?
Bradley.
Tony Bradley. They got a bunch of guys that not only hit shots, but they play hard. They don't drop the energy. And now you have to try to make up for that. So you got big Tony Bradley come in there, Mitchell Robinson already halfway tired. You don't have a sub for him. So Bradley in there getting offensive rebounds, just filling up space. Then you got Shepard hitting wide open shots. He's a sharpshooter. Nobody even knew he was a sharpshooter until you start to play into what it is. Neesmith, Mathurin, Nembhard, all these guys can play. But then you look at the Knicks and you say, well, outside of Deuce and Josh, you got to play Cameron Payne and who else? Achua? PJ? You don't really.
You said Hachua?
Precious Achua.
Oh.
Precious Achua.
So Hachua. Like, oh shit, she there?
She can be. She can be. You can come too, baby. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, when you look at the matchup on the bench side, Rick Carlisle is using different strategies when you talk about, hey, he ain't seen this yet. Let's throw this at him. We got plenty to work with here. Thibs can't do that, man. And he panicking. And I'm seeing it with Brunson and Cat being fatigued and in foul trouble with them stupid ass fouls. Who you looking at? They looked for McBride last night.
I'm rolling with that though.
Me too. But they ain't gonna let him loose.
Because they made the
not
run,
gonna let him loose.
but they made the run when Brunson was out.
You know, so funny.
And when that shit was moving inside, I was like,
Nasty.
I know it ain't time to panic, and I don't know if I would have took Josh Hart out of the starting lineup. But if I'm gonna pull somebody out, if I'm gonna take Josh Hart out, I don't think McBride in.
Yeah.
Because.
So you saying McBride, Brunson, Bridges, OG and Cat.
And the reason I would do that is this. The advantage is you only play a certain amount of play. You play 8 to 7.
Yep.
They know that, right? So what they're doing is pressing full court. You really only have 1.5 dribblers. Like, Hart can get it up there, but Brunson wants it because then he got to fight to get it back.
Yep.
So they're going to tire Brunson out, then they're going to push it. Tire Brunson out, then push it, right? You don't have anybody going like, who is Hallie guarding?
That's
Hart?
putting pressure on him.
Hart? Because if Hart's guarding him, you need to be going at him, get him in foul trouble. Only person that can do that and offset how they play is McBride. You picking up full court and McBride has the ball, that's a fast break.
100%.
Every single time.
100%.
And Brunson can condense his energy because
Yep.
let him dribble up the court, speed down,
Put
I
pressure.
can trail,
Pressure.
get in half court. The game moves faster. But if Brunson's coming down, sitting here doing
Wasting
this,
energy.
sitting here beating him down because he's not using full speed, by the time you even get in the half court, it's 12 seconds left.
Bro, and the energy.
Now it's like, oh shit, gotta try to score.
You can see him.
so Brunson, start.
Like I remember when we was playing the Bulls, and they had that awkward lineup sometimes where they'll have
Heinrich, Ben Gordon.
Ben, and they'll put in
Who they had? They had Nate.
Duke.
Or Nate.
Duke.
Duhan.
Duhan.
Yep.
They put
Duhan, Heinrich, and
They put all
Ben.
3 of them in.
Yeah.
Right? Because, we're pressing it on. They put
But they
all 3 of
curling
them in.
and they
We're like,
doing all
fuck.
kind of shit.
Right? I mean, so it was offsetting us, and we had to go into a zone because we were trying to stay as big as possible.
Yep. And they driving and they all small. Yep.
So, Mr. B, you talked about Brunson being ball dominant. So Brunson's putting together another dominant playoff run as well, averaging 30 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds through 15 games this postseason. So after the Pacers' Game 2 win, Jeff Teague had this to say about Brunson on his Club 520 show.
You know how the Knicks lose these games, bro? Jalen Brunson holds the ball for the shot clock is 24 seconds. He's holding that bitch for 17. Trying to get a pick and roll. Bring another dude. I'm going one-on-one. If he don't make it, it's like, fuck. You know what I mean?
You name a nigga Mr. Clutch, bro, he gonna feel like shit. It's me or
Yeah,
not.
The real Mr. Clutch plays for the Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Haliburton.
But
That's what check out toward.
It's the way he hold the ball. They don't get no rhythm. Like, that's why when he comes out the game, all of a sudden the pace pick up, the tempo pick up. All of a sudden you see people start hooping a little bit. He hold the ball so long. He's a great player. Hell of a player. He makes tough shots. He does all that. But he hold it for 18 seconds, and then they get one attempt. Luckily, Mitchell Robinson be in the game, and they might get a second. And some of these guys get a shot attempt because he got an offensive rebound. But other than that, he got the ball for 18 seconds. I was like, no way in hell I want to hoop like that.
So, Mr. B, do you agree with Jeff Teague saying Brunson is too ball dominant?
Yeah, and I think he spends a lot of time wasting a lot of energy bringing up the ball. I think if they start McBride, he can come off some down screens and some different actions to where he won't have to work so hard. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's always in foul trouble because he is fatigued. But when the Knicks was making that run in the second half, like I said, when they play inside out, I think the Pacers are all confused because they're moving the ball from side to side, and when that ball movement, there's nothing you can do defensively.
Brunson picked up his 5th foul, about 7 minutes remaining in the game, came back with 137. Did score some big buckets, though.
My thing is this with how Brunson plays. the guard who's guarding you can't guard you, right? Why do you waste so much time trying to get someone else, right? You're using a pick
just to switch back on.
It's like it doesn't make sense. Like you love going against a smaller guard or someone that's equal size or just a little bit taller because you can still shoot over them. You can hit them. Like so, if Neesmith is on you, if TJ's on you, if Hallie's on you, right? Those guys are lunch meat for you, right? For you and how you play, those guys are easy work. Why are you bringing in other players to get them off you to get the same type of person on you? To then switch again and get the same turn. Like, if the guy is lunch meat on you, just isolate him and go. Make it a faster game for you. It's just weird. I know you want the big so you can drive and try to get the layup, but the guys you have on you at first can't stop you. Right? That's the difference between today's gamers and the old school. If you're elite, you're elite.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck who's guarding. I don't give a fuck if the big is on me or the guard is on me. Both y'all getting this work. Right? If I'm a jump shooter, I want the smaller of the two.
Yep.
Right? I'm not gonna, like, if I have, let's say
Connell.
No, let's say Shea on me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do a pick to get Chet on me.
Right.
I don't want Chet on me.
Okay, because it's
what
a
the fuck
hard
do I want Chet on me for?
He's longer. All that.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to, and now he's 7 foot. I gotta try to figure out how to shoot over there. No, I'm gonna shoot over you. Right? It depending on what like you gotta have in your mind what you're doing. That's why I said some of these guys don't understand the professional, like the people who are experts at scoring, the Kobe's, the Michael. They didn't play the same game versus everybody. They had different packages for everybody. And I don't know if Brunson, you do have a package against guards. I see all your moves. I got a lefty. I'm trying to teach him the same shit that you're doing. Right? You have a package. Exhaust that package against them little ass guards. When McConnell gets in and he sees you, he's driving. Because what he does know is when he gets down there, you can't block his shot, even though y'all the same height. You just don't have the athleticism to block it. So he's going to come. He ain't even going to fucking pump fake you. He's going to get in there and then just jump, knowing that you can't reach up there. Right? You can see the game playing out. Right? You can make it simple for you. And the only way you can make it simple for you is you put McBride in, let him relieve some of that pressure. The fact that he can shoot the fuck out that ball.
And athletic.
That means now what they're going to have to do is say, oh, shit, Neesmith, you guard McBride. Mm-hmm. Hallie, you guard Brunson. And we'll give you some help.
He can't.
Yeah.
No,
they'll just go zone.
He will have to guard.
See, that's what I'm saying. You see how you fuck, but you see how you fuck it up. Now, you going to guard McHale? McHale going to put your ass in the post.
I'm just saying, but you can't.
You're going to put him on OG. OG going to try to bullet. But you see how just that one move fucks him up because this kid is aggressive. Oh. If not, stay on Hart. Hart's going to take 4 shots? Cool.
To me,
you're never going to foul out.
It's coaching 101, bro. Like, coaching 101 is putting your players in the best position to succeed. The best players on the floor. They got the mismatches. How are we going to put this guy in his best position? All right, like you just said, Brunson, advantage on all 3-point guards that they have. All 3 of them. He will kill them. Mm-hmm. There should not be a pick and roll with a guard to guard ever. I don't care how stagnant you think it is. Everybody just likes running into a pick and roll and sliding off. It's dumb. It's stupid. It never works unless you want to actually have the other guy guard you. Then you look at pick and roll with Cat. Brunson, pick and roll with Cat. When have we seen it?
I haven't.
When have we seen a pick and roll with Cat and Brunson where he rolls and he passes and he scores?
Maybe once
or even on a side pick and roll. We talk Karl Malone, John Stockton, pick and roll, hit the little mid 2. Boom, I hit you. Ha, I got it. Mismatch, whatever. We don't see none of that. To me, it's not up to the players to do that. It's the coach putting you in position. Brunson, we're going to run you on the post tonight. We're running you on all posts.
I would be.
Carmelo Anthony, mid-post, turn face. I got this. Whoever come, I got you. Y'all, I got this all night. They can't. They gotta bring Neesmith on me. If Neesmith is on me, Holly, that means you're guarding McBride. You're guarding Hart. Y'all gotta now be aggressive with who's on you. It's mismatch game now.
He's not an offensive coach.
But that's
what I'm saying.
That's exactly what they should do. To get him from fucking with the ball like that, have somebody else bring the ball, go right into the post.
Right into
mid post, logo post, right there.
Down screen.
All my shit.
You know what I mean? Just make it a simple game at certain parts of the game.
Yes.
Because he will exhaust his dribble, and I don't know if they notice how they play the pick and roll in the first 3 quarters, not how they play it in the last 4 minutes. Like they're more aggressive up, and that's where he gets stuck in.
They pushing the offense all the way to the fucking half court line. Like, you're like, why y'all letting them press you?
That's why I be screaming trap. I be like, trap him. I be like, trap him every time.
It's like it's either you get that pick and roll at the 3-point line or you get it in the back court.
Yeah, to get them off you all the way.
Yes, do not get it in the front court, at the half court, because if they decided to trap your ass there, you're done because you're not planning on You're not planning on passing it or picking the ball up because they didn't do that the first 3 quarters.
And he's getting lucky because they're not doing it.
Oh, that's a player thing too. If I see you guarding him and you about to turn, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna tell you. I'm like, hey, when you turn him, I'm gonna go.
Mm-hmm. I'm so surprised. It's like, man, if Siakam was in the pick and roll, I think he would naturally at the half court trap him.
We got it.
Even if that's not part of the game plan, because he's left-handed, right? And then he's going this way, and then he tries to turn back. Get that.
We got it. And then if we pick it up, this is what the problem is with Siakam.
Because he don't split pick and rolls either.
Siakam knows.
He don't split, no.
Siakam knows that when we jump this, everybody is alert to the next pass away.
Hopefully.
So that's championship ball.
Hopefully, though.
So
they're not doing it.
For him, that's why he hasn't done it, because they ain't on the
That's
line.
what I'm saying. And I be screaming that every time. I be like, yo, why don't they trap Brunson? Like, he just coming off, dancing.
Yep.
I'm like, trap him one time.
That's how we play at 20. Like, sometimes I'll get certain teams and play at 24-hour fitness, and I'm just go jump. I just go jump them. Like, I just got, see what you're going to do. Turn it over. And it's like, we March Madness out here. We going to scramble it up to make you muck up your offense to try to think, like, what are they doing now? No, we ain't doing nothing. We just chilling. Jump them. No, we just chilling, man. But Indiana is making the Knicks game a little bit easier because, like you said, they took their foot off the gas. They were pushing up for 3 quarters. Then they eased up in the fourth.
Yep.
So to me, that's Duke defense. That's a Duke type of system where it's fluff until we huff, puff it, blow that bitch down. It's like, oh, y'all motherfuckers was just out here just hustling hard in the first
that's
3
because
quarters.
that pace has stopped.
Yeah.
When you got them playing half court, it's kind of like
it's nasty.
Hey, you got Miles Turner out here shooting from Steph Curry range too. Another one too. Him and Cat just shooting from. They both trying to. You score, I'm gonna score. It's like, bro,
chill,
relax. Nobody could see.
Chill, man.
Like both of y'all move the same.
Like even McHale and Cat. Like it's literally like they're all playing their own basketball game.
Yes.
It's not like this, like you guys, the game needs you. Let OG and Mitchell sit, or Hart sit on the weak side doing some weak side shit, right? You three should always be on the same side. So if there's a trap, my first outlet is my second option. It shouldn't have to, I get trapped, it goes to you, and then the second best player gets it here. It should be from me straight to you attack.
Make a move.
Right? Because now you're on the 4-on, you're on the 4-on-3.
If you give it to Hart, like you're saying.
Give it to Hart, now Hart gonna try to look
He gonna be hesitant. Yeah, I get it, for sure.
And that's the thing. Like it could be a little bit easier. You putting the guys on the same side, making sure they're playing some type of 3-man motion. Because if Cat, Brunson, and McHale are on the same side, now it's hard to double any one of them.
Yep.
So we asked the chat, is Jalen Brunson 2-ball dominant? 78% of the chat says yes, he needs to give up the biscuit. Let's keep this thing moving. Today's podcast is sponsored by Rough Greens. Sometimes in life, if you want to get to the truth, you got to look at the numbers. Unfortunately, 50% of all dogs over 10 years old will die of cancer, and the other 40 to 50% will suffer miserably from skin issues or joint problems, and this is widely attributed to your dog's diet. These numbers are what inspired Dr. Dennis Black to create Rough Greens. So here's the good news. With thousands of testimonials and 5-star reviews every month, Rough Greens is now the #1 all-natural dog supplement in America. They have helped millions of pups stay active and be healthy, and your pup could be next. You don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health. Just add a scoop of Rough Greens. Fetch a free Jumpstart trial bag for your dog today. You just cover shipping. Go to roughgreens.com. Just use promo code ARENA. That's RUFFgreens.com, promo code ARENA. You don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health. Just add a scoop of Rough Greens. Mr. B, you've given the product to your dog. How has your dog been enjoying the Rough Greens?
Rough Greens been great, man. I just shot my first promo commercial for Rough Greens.
Uh-oh.
So it'll be coming out soon. Everybody will be able to meet freedom for real.
Okay.
So we was at the, been taking a lot of walks, and his energy is really up. He's shinier and everything. So, well, yeah, be on the lookout for my Rough Greens commercial.
Mr. B, Rough Greens commercial coming soon. So let's shift over to the Indiana side. Entering this game, the Pacers were 7-0 in clutch games this postseason, but that streak was snapped in Game 3, and the Pacers dropped to 0-4 all-time in games held the same day as the Indy 500, which was earlier that day. So what was the Pacers' biggest problem in their Game 3 loss to the Knicks?
Oh, just said it. They took their foot off the gas. In Indiana, they're very good when they have more than 3 people in double figures in scoring. They only had 3. Usually they have maybe 6 or 7. But yeah, man, they just took their foot off the gas. They wasn't doing what they usually do. Knicks stopped the pace. When the Knicks took out Brunson, they were able to make that run, and they wasn't able to flip the switch back again.
Yeah. So Neesmith and Nebhard both single digits of the starting unit. T.J. McConnell did have 12 off the bench, so it's 4 Pacers in double figures in that game. But shout over to your side, obviously, Knicks fan. But what was the Pacers' biggest problem in their Game 3 loss to the Knicks?
Probably Caitlin Clark.
Mm.
She got
Uh-oh. Damn, I thought it was real.
Huh? Oh, I'm just like a woman. You know what I'm saying? I got some fake shit, got some real shit. I'm gonna hide some shit and I'm gonna reveal some shit. But yeah, am I all right?
Caitlin Clark.
I'm all right, Caitlin? All right, we're good. So yeah, Caitlin, she messed up the mojo for the Pacers, man. I think, once she went down, it just rippled. It was a ripple effect. And then it just fucked everything up from there. Everybody in the whole stadium felt it. They knew right away. It's like, as soon as it happened, it was like, she not going to show up to the game now. Like, what we going to do now? What we going to do now? She can't come in and shoot no jumpers. You know what I'm saying? So I think Indiana, man, the fan base, they're gonna have to do a lot more than they did last game. Rick Carlisle gonna have to figure out, which mustache bandit is gonna save the day.
Which mustache bandit?
They need some better people courtside too.
Better people courtside.
They need some more stars.
They got
stars.
That's my only.
They ain't got no. Listen, they
Rick
got
Smith not a star?
I mean, and Mike Epps, but they ain't like where everybody at.
Rick Smith not a
All
star?
the people at the game own shit.
Bro,
Man, listen, man.
my membership.
Tonight you ain't owning shit. Get them
Look, my
tickets.
membership, and I was like, yeah, who's your stars? And some of the names they had, I'm like, yeah.
Rick Smith not a star?
He
Dale Davis not a
he
star?
looked like he just a
What
normal person.
They stars.
Man,
He looked like an Indiana dad. He looked like an Indiana dad.
Don't
First of all, if you didn't put his name
You would not.
on it, you wouldn't have known that was him.
Yes.
He just looked like a regular ass white
Dale
man.
Davis?
No,
Dale?
Yeah, but Rick, come on, man. Rick look like he be on the farm.
Yeah.
Rick is 7'4".
He looked like a regular ass white man in that crowd. I'm looking at him like, yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
That's Rick?
That's Rick. Oh, man. Oh, okay. They got him out the house, okay?
Seriously.
They got he might have been out of the house in a while.
TJ Ford looks short as hell next to him. TJ
TJ always.
Oh, he adopted somebody. Okay, he got a little black kid.
Pick him up. That was
Travis Best.
Come on up here.
The biggest stars was ex-players from the 90s.
For sure.
They had
That was
the
the best
conference
peak
final
time.
champions.
Where's like the musician? Where is there?
Ooh. Michael Jackson is gone. Tito and them is gone.
Babyface?
Oh,
Babyface ain't showing up. Like, I live in Los Angeles.
Zebo.
I'm not going all the way to
Zebo.
Indiana.
Zebo.
Yeah, Mike Epps was there. Huh?
How about the
Wyatt.
the cast of Hang Time, perhaps?
Hang Time.
For my okay, nobody.
No, but I mean, it was part of the brochure.
Saved by the Bell first season. Saved by the Bell first season.
Hang Time. What?
Can we get
Like, the
street?
biggest star here is somebody who sells real estate around the corner.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. There's a bunch of motherfuckers that own shit in there. Y'all don't even know. The whole couch brand. They own all that couch shit.
Shout out to Hang Time, Reggie Thibs,
Oh, that's what it was.
Dick Butkus. My dad actually auditioned for that, did not get the role.
Oh,
Him
Hang
and Reggie
Time.
Thibs were the finalists for Hang Time. Shout out Anthony Anderson
Anthony
for
and
his career. Superman Brodus for those who are
Did Larry Bird show up?
No.
Larry the Legend.
He wasn't there?
GM.
One of his kids at least.
Were you in the gym?
Jalen Rose wasn't there. Like they ain't got
Jalen.
Jalen Rose was in Atlanta.
Was
in Atlanta.
Ron Artest there? No. Like,
See?
Steven
You just
Jackson.
named
But I don't want to see no
what you mean?
basketball.
They put this. They need to go.
We don't want to see
celebrities.
Yeah,
No,
I
they
want to
need-
see I want to see the celebrity fans, not the ex-NBA players.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Duke Dennis and them need to be at these games and shit. These
Well-
streamers.
Oh, he from-
I'm a Duke Dennis.
They from Indiana?
They don't care where they at. Just buy in.
Oh.
Just Duke come into the game and shit. Just
A
get-
Grand Wizard or somebody,
Hell
but
yeah.
crowd aside.
Grand Wizards. They was there.
Oh, yeah, like y'all don't know the history of Indiana.
No, no,
Okay,
no.
all right, okay.
It's
Oh, we don't.
If it's Indiana, OKC, I'm a little worried.
They was there. We just didn't notice them without the hood.
We don't know Indiana history, all right. But crowd aside, on the court, what was the Pacers' biggest problem in the game you lost?
They were like, okay, in real shit, game one, someone took over. Right?
Late.
They played team basketball,
7-3.
but someone took over
Yep.
in game one. You know what I mean?
Hallie, yep.
Nope.
O'Neesmith, excuse me. with the
O'Neesmith
30
took
feet.
over and Hallie finished the game.
Finished
Game two,
Siakam.
dominated. Game three, they played team basketball.
That's it.
So let's move that forward. Pacers have a balanced scoring attack. Like you said, Siakam showed he could be a number one option in game two with those 39
Should
points.
be number one option.
Should be.
He should be.
Pacers struggle to keep up with the Knicks in clutch time in this game. So how much will not having a true number one option hurt this Pacer squad for the remainder of the playoff?
So when Gil said that, I think a lot of us could agree with that, especially coming from Toronto, what his expectation was as an option. It wasn't be number two. It was, bro, you're the guy. Holly he ain't developed yet. We gotta figure something out. You lead. But I didn't realize Siakam was a New York dude. Like he grew up. I guess he played and he's from New York. So I'm watching this little video of him talking to his teammates. And I'm like, he ain't from no Cameroon.
He's from Africa.
That man ain't got had none of that with him.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga straight up, man. You heard? I'm like, yo, okay, cool. So then he go to New York and he have 38. What is it, 38?
39.
39 in New York.
40. Mm-hmm.
In New York, he went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Go back home, he went back to himself.
He went back. Cameroon?
He went back to Cameroon. He went right back. It's like New York is his, I'ma prove to y'all, yeah. That was his energy. And I've told the homies, I said, man, he not going, Siakam not built like that to show up like that every game because he looks kind of like he's the number one option. He don't like that.
I never saw him as a number one option.
You didn't?
No.
Coming in
Like him?
Indiana?
No, even with the Toronto, I just thought he played he played his role. He was with Kyle Lowry, he was with Kawhi Leonard, but I never saw him as a dominant number one.
No, but so what
He was
happened?
number two option on that.
He was a number two, kind of like the three. It was a
2-3.
balanced team, but how he played in the playoffs, being a young dude that just got there, I think he averaged 19, 20 in the playoffs.
Draymond said he killed him.
Bro, when Kawhi left, we got him.
We got him.
He
was like 22 a game.
Look what you talking about. He averaged 20 in the playoffs. You leave, he's gonna be feeling. He's gonna be our mega star.
Yeah, because nobody's there.
And that was
DeMar was there.
No.
When Kawhi left.
When Kawhi left, it was supposed to be him to average the 28, the 29. He was supposed to make that jump, and he just stayed the same. 2021, 22. That was it.
And I think
it was the leap he was supposed to. So when Pacers got him, it was basically like, yo, you be the number one. We got a point guard. He got vision. He can see. He can pass. He can do. But we need you to be that half-court scorer that's just gonna consistently, he's consistent at averaging 18 and 20.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. That's what I was just about to say. He's not gonna do that.
Here's what.
So number 2.
Jaylen Brown.
No.
Jaylen what?
No, Jalen's like
he's like Tobias.
Jalen's more impactful.
No, he's gonna get.
He is
17. That's it.
Damn it. Wiggins
or Butler. Jimmy.
He's Wiggins before Wiggins got to go. Like guarantee 18, 19 for the season. I'm guaranteeing. But it's never. It's never like woo. He's having a woo. Yeah. He's out here destroying folks. It's just a consistent 19 to 20. I need spurts of greatness.
I need you to step
what he did game 2. Mm-hmm. I need that at least 3 times. Yeah. That's probably his biggest game in the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Probably in the last
5 years.
Come on.
5 years.
Come on.
That's not his best game?
5 years.
Like when have you ever looked at a stat sheet and say, oh, this nigga was killing tonight? It's been a minute. You can't just think of it.
And consistently too, but like he had 25 yesterday, he had 27 tonight.
But I just think it's the team that he's on. They're all 7 different people.
Who's more balanced team? Them or Cleveland?
Who's a more balanced team?
Yeah. Because Cleveland is a balanced team, multiple all-stars.
Yeah.
They got all-stars.
All-stars.
But Donovan Mitchell at any point could go for 40, 50.
Yeah.
With the team he has. If one of those dudes is out, 50, 70.
Garland can give
If Garland's gone or what's the name, 50, 70. Mm-hmm. But just with his 50, starting 5, you know he gonna have at least anywhere from 22 to 30 just on a normal night. And if he got to take it over in the fourth quarter, he gonna have 40. With Siakam, like that 39 is like. So you are capable.
Playoff career high 39 points. I think Siakam's had 6 30-point games in his career. 3 have come in the last 2 postseasons, though.
In the last 2 postseasons?
Yeah.
Well, I look at Siakam as this type of player, though. You look at Siakam and you say, why is it that you shy away from the spotlight on a team that needs a spotlight? They need somebody, right? They pick Holly. But you were the guy that we thought was going to come in here and do what we need to do. He took this as an opportunity to play Jimmy Butler. You got a solid team. If I step up and try to be the man, it might fuck up the chemistry. But if I insert myself as one of the guys that they can look up to, it's like, nah, bro, we just gonna play. Everybody, we need y'all to understand the mechanism of our system. Everybody can play. Everybody can shoot. Everybody can. That's the type of guy Siakam is. He don't like if he can give you 39, it'll feel good for him because we won. Yay! But he's like, that was uncomfortable.
Nah,
that was uncomfortable. But I'm in New York and it feel good because I'm in New York and they know I can hoop. But I'm not gonna do 39 again unless we need it.
They need it.
Unless we need it.
I mean,
but it's
and it's in Indiana, so it's gonna be hard for him to get it in Indiana. He can get it in New York though, because ain't no pressure.
See, it's just a balancing thing. Like, see, if Siakam is scoring, Hallie's not controlling the game as
100%.
Right? If Hallie has to control the game, that means Siakam ain't popping.
He ain't gonna get the ball.
Right? He ain't doing much. Like, Siakam, your game is the one-on-one aspect of the game. Hallie's game is team ball, right? If you go back to any players, one of the guys is playing iso ball, the other player is playing team basketball. The problem with the Knicks is one is playing iso and they don't have someone who's trying to play team ball.
Yep.
And that's
OG kind of.
But yeah, but
he ain't.
But that's why I said
that's OG. He's scared of Siakam.
Yeah, he's scared as fuck of Siakam.
It is little, bro. But you talk about Siakam performing in New York. He had a career high 52 points in MSG back in 2022.
They played together in Toronto.
Siakam had his career high 52 points in MSG back in 2022.
So he loves
in MSG.
In MSG.
52
in New York.
What's up?
So you know what's coming Game 5.
You gotta have it.
50.
So we talked about the lack of star power in Indianapolis at the Pacers game, but according to Shams, there will be one more person coming back for Game 4. Tyrese Haliburton's pops will be allowed to attend Pacers home games in a suite beginning with Game 4 Tuesday. So Hallie's pops was suspended for the Pacers' last 8 playoff games following a confrontation with Giannis back on April 29th after Indiana eliminated Milwaukee from the playoffs. Good to see Haliburton's pop suspension lifted for Game 4.
Yep.
They said his daddy couldn't come to the game.
Yep.
Now they said he can come back.
Yep, the biggest star that's gonna be in there. Game 4.
The biggest star. The camera gonna be on him all night.
All that
He gonna be just like this.
He is probably
He gonna be just like this.
He's probably the third most important or famous Pacer.
Facts.
John Haliburton back in the Pacers arena for Game 4. We'll see how that impacts the Pacers moving forward in the series.
No, it's a thing, man. I don't really believe in, like, proving the point. You proved the point. It's still the environment that you have to assess what happened on the court, not what could have happened. I thought he got punished because of what possibly could have happened, right? Instead of what happened. He ran on the court, he's celebrating in front of Giannis. Him and Giannis is face to face, right? Whatever happened, obviously it wasn't that aggressive if Giannis finishes off, love you too, or love you, and then move on. Like my suspension or whatever is going off of Giannis's behavior, because Giannis is the victim at this moment in time. So if Giannis finishes off the statement with, you know, I love you and kept it moving, okay, whatever they was talking about, we don't know, but it couldn't have been that aggressive, right? He could have apologized, oh, my fault, you know, I know what you mean. And that's how they finished, you know, that conversation. How it started seemed aggressive, but how it finished, boom. Right? There's nothing here. Maybe a quick little fine. Yeah. Hey, man, don't do that again. This is a warning. Or $10,000. $10,000 we're going to treat you like a motherfucking player. $10,000 and $50,000, your son pay for it. We keep it moving. Fact. Right? Because that right there, $50,000 fine, and the son got to pay, he going to smile, oh, shit, pay. You're never going to do that again. Right, but blowing it up to the point where you're suspending him. Now he's there. Now he's having fun. He's still a parent. Nope. He's still a fan of his son first.
Yep.
And I think sometimes, as the media who's not in that position, I don't think they understand that part of it. I don't think they really understand, you know, the Ja Morant father, you know, T. Morant. You know, you got John here. You have the Ball's father. LeVar. You don't have the guy who actually genuinely fucks with their kids' game. Have you noticed the ones who get the bad rap are the actual ones who actually support their kids in a positive way? Mm-hmm.
Always.
Right? These are they're proud of what their child is doing, just like the other fucking 20,000 people who are in the crowd.
Yeah, but the other 20,000 are running up on Giannis, holding a Hallie.
So nobody ran up on Giannis before? Fans ain't come on the crowd yelling, ah!
Yeah. With the Hallie towels. I think the Hallie towels would.
Well, fuck out my son. Yeah. God damn it. Like, I mean, but it's... Nothing happened, so I can't.
Did Giannis put a lot on that?
No.
I think it was a lot put on it for John to get crucified like that. Because if you don't lose like this in the first round, third straight year, you don't respond like that. You don't even care if there's motherfuckers in front of your face and boom, boom, boom. It was a lot of emotions, a lot of things. But I think that moment, because Giannis overreacted, put this dude in harm's way with everybody else.
You mean the interview?
No, I'm talking about the interaction with the towel, and then he went and he grabbed him, and then he grabbed somebody else, and he was just going through grabbing people, like, gathering. Hey, come here, hey, motherfucker. We lost because of you, nigga. No, you come here. I know you lost because of you.
Okay.
Yeah. You too.
Very strong grip.
And as I said, it has to be.
Everybody get it.
It has to be.
Grabbing bodies.
You can't penalize for our opinion. Right? You know, our opinion is he shouldn't have did that, and that this could have been worse than it was. It could have been.
It wasn't.
But it wasn't.
Right.
Right? So I can only penalize you for, you know, what happened. So you running on the court technically, what you did, you ran on the court is indefinite suspension?
No.
Seen
it before.
Right? Done it plenty of times.
And ain't nobody was touched, nobody was harmed.
That's what I'm saying.
He was at COVID distance.
Just because I'm sitting here doing this, that is
it was the handshake in the head. It was the handshake in the like. This nigga, he was like in him, like.
But that's both of them having a conversation, talking shit. That's between them two. Like me, if I'm the commissioner, there's only one person I'm asking. Fuck everybody's opinion. Hey, Giannis.
Was it that over?
How did you feel? What do you think I should suspend him? How many games? I'm gonna ask the person who was involved that can hear it.
Was Giannis?
And Giannis would have been like, no, it wasn't even that.
Because they did embrace it. I love you, bro. Look, I ain't mean to disrespect you. Like that was disrespectful, man. Don't disrespect me like that. Okay, my bad, bro. Relax. Win next time.
We look forward to seeing Haliburton's Pops back in the arena for Game 4. But let's move over to the Western Conference. So Thunder's Wolves. Game 4 tonight, but let's talk about
I know I'm
Lakers.
I'm getting kicked out.
Not yet.
Talking Lakers.
We are talking skinny Luka in just a moment.
Lakers.
We are talking.
I already know I can't even be front row.
Put him in a suite.
Put me in a suite.
See what happens when
nigga get dunked on, you know what I mean? When I get dunked on, crossover, I'm acting how I act.
Come bring him the red card. You got a warning.
How I act when motherfucking Luka drops somebody.
Give him the red card. Give you the red card. Good warning. So if you cross this line again,
do not cross this line
I remember when Kenya was like, you a father first. No, nigga, I was a fan before this nigga was born. Like before he was even thought of, I was a fan first. So I'm a fan first, father second. Now, if he came to the Lakers,
don't All right, well, let's shift over.
You want everybody, dog. You can't get everybody.
Just ban me from the building.
Just
ban me from the building. No, I'm not going to act right. No, that's 29 years of fucking.
Yeah, you shouldn't, and you shouldn't act right.
Just ban me from the building. Don't even.
All right, well, let's
allow me in that bitch. Just say, you know what? We already know what type of energy you own. Just stay at home, man.
You know how I'm gonna act shit. I'm over there trash. Get that shit out of here.
Then I'm gonna just go get 2 Clipper tickets. Get 2 Clipper tickets to the Lakers game.
All right, well, let's shift over to the Western Conference Finals Game 4 tonight. Before Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals, SGA was presented with the MVP trophy, then proceeded to deliver an MVP performance with a playoff career-high 38 points to help the Thunder take a 2-0 lead in the series. Ant-Man had 32, 9, and 6 dimes for the Wolves, but it was a tough night for Julius Randle, who had his worst game of this playoffs with 6 points in a fourth quarter benching. So with the series shifted to Minnesota for Game 3, the Wolves' backs were against the wall, but their offense dismantled the league's top-rated defense with a record-setting scoring explosion to help their hopes of reaching the first finals in franchise history alive. Let's take a look at the highlights if we can, please, Paolo. Wolves came out on fire on both ends of the floor, jumping out to a 25-9 lead, which was their largest lead of the series to that point. It would get worse. Anthony Edwards set the tone, dropping 12 points in the first 7 minutes of the game, outscoring OKC by himself in the first quarter with 16 points on 6 of 8 shooting, including 3 of 5 from 3. Minnesota forced 6 turnovers, scoring 11 of their 34 points off the Thunder's miscues to take a 20-point lead after the first quarter. The Thunder's 14 points was the fewest in any quarter this season. They were 6-21 of the field, 2 of 11 from deep in that quarter. So rookie Terrence Shannon Jr. kept Minnesota rolling in the second quarter, scoring 5 straight points to increase the lead to 25. Shannon Jr. had 6 points total this postseason entering Game 3, put up 9 points in 4 minutes in this game. He finished with 15 on 5 of 8 shooting in 13 minutes. The rest of the Wolves bench came alive as well. Nas Reed came through with 10 points, knocking down all 4 of his shots, including 2 threes in the first half. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker added 12 points on 5 of 9 shooting. Wolves shot a blistering 56% from the field, 47% from 3, took a 31-point lead into the break. So Minnesota's 72 points was the most in their playoff history for any half. Meanwhile, the Thunder shot 30% from the field, 26% from 3 in the first half. Things just got worse for OKC in quarter number 3. Ant-Man finished with a game-high 30 points along with 9 boards and 6 assists. He was 12 for 17 from the field, 5 for 8 from beyond the arc. Played just 3 quarters. Julius Randle added 24 points on 9 of 16 shooting, and Jaden McDaniels had 10 points and 5 boards. SGA was held to a season-low 14 points on 4 of 13 shooting. He shot 29 free throws in the first 2 games, but only had 4 attempts total in Game 3. Jalen Williams had 13 on 3 of 9 shooting, and Chet Holmgren had 10 points and 5 rebounds as the Thunder suffered the worst blowout in their franchise history. We see it on the screen right now, 42 points. So the Wolves' 143 points is the most in franchise history. They improved to 5-1 at home this postseason. Shout out Julius Randle doing this thing. So after the game, Ant-Man had this reaction to the Wolves' dominant performance at their crib.
Going into Game 4, does it feel like a different series now, considering what you guys did tonight?
No, we're still down. It's just one win. Can't get too high on it. Don't get too low. Just got to try to win another one, man. This team, they're the best team in the NBA, so got to be able to beat this team more than one time, and it's going to be tough.
You seemed like you were. So what changed for the Wolves in Game 3? Like I said, 42-point blowout back at the crib against the league's top-rated defense.
Ant-Man came out aggressive, was getting to the rim early. He played with a lot of urgency. If they have any chance of winning this series, it's all up to Ant-Man. Rudy, he's looked like he's trying to play himself off the court. He's eventually he's gonna have one game, a series to where it's like, oh, that's the Rudy, but other than that,
Rudy.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the four-time, defensive player, Hall of Fame. But
okay, blue.
Yeah, man, this is all on Ant. When he comes out like that, but from top to bottom, OKC is definitely the better team. We see that for sure, but OKC just didn't show up this game.
Okay. OKC, in your opinion, still the better team. Let's move over to Money Making Sonny.
I disagree.
Okay. Spray him down.
Look, Ant Edwards, even in that interview, is showing so much more maturity from Game 1, trying to figure out the defense and all of that kind of stuff. I think what I was just seeing out of him now is remembering Kobe up 2-0 and asking how you feel. Job not done. One game is one game. It's the best team in the league. We got to do more. I think his energy that he came out with was special because he knows the urgency of being down. And if you go down another one, it's pretty much over. So I think with Ant's leadership and his maturity right now in this moment for this next game is going to be monumental because I look at OKC the same as I do at Indiana. It's all fluff. It's all energy. It's young, high energy, and they're doing what they're told. So when you put them down and they face adversity, they're going to look to their leader who doesn't really know what to do. So I think OKC can be They can jump on OKC if they smack them in the face first like they did. They show that they're together as a team, and they put pressure on those guys when they're playing high-intensity defense and just go by them. It's the first line of defense. Once you get past that fluff defense, they break down, and you can win by 30 on them. Just jump on them when they down.
So Ant-Man, 13 shots in Game 1, said he needed to shoot the ball more. Doubled that in Game 2, was 12 of 26 from the field when he had the 32 points. Only shot 17 times in Game 3, but was 12 of 17, shot 71% from the field, 63% from three.
So it wasn't shooting more, it was being more efficient.
Much more efficient game, 9 less shots, the same amount of makes.
Man, they just made shots. It was one of those games, one game, a series, where you're going to shoot that many shots and you're 50-some% from the three-point line. Ant-Man has been doing what Ant-Man's been doing, being aggressive. Julius, just like Cat, which is weird that they both got benched in the fourth quarter. So it kind of shows that they was right about each other at some point.
Yeah, both coaches.
Yeah.
But both responded. Both responded in the next game.
You playing like him. Hold on. You playing like this. Sit your ass down.
Like you acted just like
that. You acted just go sit down.
But it's the rest of the team, when Ant gets off the ball, they hit shots. Right? Nas hit shots. DiVincenzo hit shots. The bench hit shots, right? If you look at the first two games, right, they couldn't buy a bucket, right? Ant is going to try to do what Ant's trying to do, but if he gets off the ball and they can't make a shot, then we're not going to guard those guys. So, Wolves' success is predicated on if the role players can actually hit the shots that are being presented to them. If they can't, then Ant's going to struggle trying to get to the rim and trying to get his own bucket. That's really all of it. It ain't nothing. They didn't do anything different besides make shots offensively.
So let's talk a little bit more about Ant-Man. During Game 2, Ant-Man passed KG for the most points in Wolves franchise history for the playoffs.
Damn. Oh, for the playoffs.
Playoffs. KD set the previous record of 1,049 points in 47 career playoff games, with his Wolves squads reaching the postseason 8 times in his 14 seasons. The Wolves advanced past the first round in just one of those seasons. This was back in the day of 5-game first-round series as well, so numbers would be a little skewed. So Ant-Man surpassed KG's total in just 39 career playoff games, and in 40 total career games, he's averaging 27.7 rebounds, 6 assists, and has 15 30-point games, which is the 5th most by a player aged 23 or younger, trailing only LeBron, Kobe, KD, and Luka. So what's Ant-Man's postseason dominance this early in his career say about his ceiling in the league? Only 23 years old, getting it done.
I mean, he's on a different path, right? You know, that path of, you know, all the players you named. Let's hit again.
LeBron, Kobe, KD, and Luka.
I mean, you're talking about first ballot Hall of Famers. You know, him and, you know, Luka are going to be first ballot Hall of Famers. And, you know, that's the road. You know, it's he got on it. He's being dominant at an early age. And from here is just, you know, continue growing, continue understanding the game, understanding your weaknesses, cleaning them up, and then, you know, it's the maturity and wiseness of just basketball itself, of studying. You're gonna get into that next level. You know, right now it's just, you know, youth and just his skill level that's, you know, that has him at this point. Once he starts being the master of the game, that's when we're gonna see, you know, what he's really about.
What do you think about Ant-Man's playoff dominance at only 23 years old? Like I said, he's averaging 27 points per game so far, 40 career playoff games.
He's following the path. I mean, he's a prodigy. We know he was going to be doing this type of stuff since he was at Georgia. And even the people in Georgia knew he was going to be doing this shit when he was in the youth league. He's an athlete, phenomenal player, phenomenal person. I mean, you're looking at a guy who can come in and change the trajectory of a franchise just by smiling. I think he has that type of charisma. He's going to be able to do a lot of great things, especially at this age, and what I just said about his demeanor in that interview. I think that shows a lot of maturity, knowing that they're being down 2-1, knowing what you got to do. There's no panic. There's no games in his voice. There's no, I'm just trying to play ball, which is 2 years ago he was in that energy. I think now he's seeing the severity of what it was like to be the face of the league, how important it is to be the franchise guy, and the expectations in society that you have based on what you've been given. So I think he's going to step up to the plate. He's going to try to take them to the next level. And it's just about the rest of the team following suit. Let's hope they do.
Yeah, me too. For me, I think the Olympics has helped him a lot this summer, being around those guys like Steph, LeBron. What is he, 23 years old? You know, he speaks. He says he's the best player in the world. He speaks it into existence, and he goes out there. He works hard, and he's been, you know, the last 2 years he's in the Western Conference Finals. So, you know, to be that young and to be that hostile, and the way you talk about the game, the way how much you love it, you know, how you eliminating guys that are GOATs and first ballot Hall of Famers at this age, you know, he's on the right path. And I know a lot of big things is coming for him, as long as he can stay healthy.
Yeah, I didn't sign up. I didn't sign up for Tubi.
No Wolves bandwagon?
That's a Tubi team right now.
The Wolves are a Tubi team. You Netflix, Hulu, your preferred streamers.
Tubi?
Yeah, a Tubi team right now. So I'm not. And if they get it 2-2, if they get it 2-2, fourth membership. What the fuck is you talking about? Huh? What are you talking about?
You about to bring the jerseys out?
Bring the jerseys out. I got Wolves jerseys too. I got a Randy Foy back there somewhere.
All right.
Hey, what time is it, bro?
I got a Randy Foy back there.
Damn.
Randy Foy jersey.
Yeah, I got some Wolves. I got some KG jerseys. You see the KG jersey? Well, technically, I think it's only KG. The rest of the players back then, you know what I mean? You know.
Randy Foy, huh?
Randy Foy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out Randy
So
Foy.
let's talk about the Thunder real quick.
I can get on the bandwagon a couple games. You know what I mean? But, you know.
Gil-Zempic. Let's talk about the Thunder real quick. Like I mentioned, Thunder suffered their worst loss in franchise history. SGA was mic'd up for the game and offered this analysis as he watched his team getting smacked.
Turnovers early. They were more physical early, and they made shots and we missed shots. But the other two are first. And then on top of this, they had a great night, we had a bad night. So it's like 40. But if we take care of these, we can still lose because of this night. But it doesn't look like this, you know?
He's so Toronto. He's so Toronto.
He's right.
It doesn't look like this.
No. If the way they were shooting the ball, he's like, we still lose. Yeah. Even if we cleaned up our mistakes, it was just their night. From how they were shooting the ball, it was just their night. Right? So we're going to still lose. We probably don't lose by 40, but, we played, offensively bad. They played great. And we turned the ball over 40.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think OKC even showed up. They had no heart. They just got punked right from the jump. SGA wasn't even locked in. And when he's not locked in like that, you could see they feed off his energy. Mm-hmm. So when he's not playing well and he's not going, they just showed up like they didn't care.
Yeah,
it was just all right, game 3, all right, let's see if we can get them out of here.
Yeah.
2-0.
How much you think they're gonna win by tonight?
The Thunder?
Over 10?
Yeah. I got like over 10 and a half.
Because they usually got. They really got punked. I'm not gonna front. They didn't have.
They lose again. What he did on that bench, he wasn't supposed to do at the end of the game when you're down 40. Supposed to do it in the first time out. Supposed to do it at halftime. Supposed to be telling the players, hey, listen, this can't happen.
You don't think
these things are happening?
You don't think he did?
No, because he just told him.
No, he told him on the bench.
He's telling the bench guy yo, he ain't just come sit on the bench. He been sitting there the whole time. They probably asked him again. Yeah, he was sitting on the bench. I wasn't.
So he's watching the game, and then SGA come and tell him what he watching. Nigga, I know what I'm watching. You didn't show up, bro. Don't come tell me a bunch of other shit. The fuck is you talking about, SGA?
Nah.
We do these things. Nigga, you supposed to do that from the jump. Why are you coming to tell the bench, nigga, what we should have done?
Because we're a team.
No. You are the fucking leader, bro. You supposed to tell us in the huddle what you just told me in my ear.
I'm sure he did.
Don't tell me
I'm sure he did in the playoffs.
No, he didn't.
Some days it ain't yours. It wasn't. You can tell by this ass whooping. It wasn't. It was Wolves.
They wasn't locked in at all.
You ain't win no championship if you ain't really locked in to take advantage of what you know. 2-0, let's go up 3-0.
Listen,
where is our energy for 3-0?
Listen, I think every team right now that's in the playoffs is locked in.
Everybody's locked in. They just came out.
Like Indiana, they was locked in. We thought the shit was over.
Ain't no way in the
Knicks
world
still
any
locked
team
in.
is locked in. They get beat by 40. What are you talking about? Mm-hmm. How is you locked in?
It happened. They got their ass beat.
But I'm just asking a question.
They got.
It happened.
You could tell me you're locked in. You got beat by 40, and then get in the press conference and say, I've been beat by 60, so it don't even really fucking matter.
Yeah, we will get it.
You know he don't get rattled.
I'm just saying, bro, what kind of basketball are we watching?
That was Jalen Williams.
I think him still talking about their mistakes in the fourth quarter just let you know he's still locked. Yo, this is what we got to do. This is what we didn't do. If you're not locked in, you just like, all right.
But that's not the truth of the matter. If you just change these two things, that ain't how ball goes.
He said we still change these two teams. We still lose by 20.
Still lose.
Yeah,
it just looks more. It just it looks and feels.
So
better.
he's basically saying that no matter what we would have did tonight, the way they was playing, this was their game.
He didn't say the accountability is I should have came out and did more.
I'm sure he did though.
He didn't. He didn't say it in the audio.
Right there. But I'm saying
that's what they use.
Okay, so we have an interview after the game that he did because I'm sure he said it.
Man, I'm saying to this young fella, hey, listen, man, I gotta play better.
We know
but we don't know what he's saying. They're just
14 points.
That's merely a snippet.
He was mic'd up the whole game.
That's merely a snippet.
They took one little.
He had 4 free throws. Right? 69 combined the last two?
I think 29 in the first 2 games.
29?
29 free throw attempts first 2 games, 4 free throw attempts in game 3.
I don't know where 69 came from. Okay, 29. So 4 to 29 to 4. 14 points. Where's accountability?
Why do I have to be accountable?
Because you're the star and you're the MVP.
I had a bad game.
Where's accountability?
He just said I had a bad game.
Huh?
I just had a bad game.
He didn't say that.
But
that's only
it's 3 hours of audio. They pulled a little clip.
Bro, I want to see his interview after the game.
No, I want to hear the whole game of him talking. They only showing this.
Because his interview after the game, he usually always says, "Yo, I gotta be better. I gotta take more responsibility." That's what he's usually been saying in the playoffs. So I'm sure he's putting this on his back.
And did echo those statements after the game 3 loss. But let's talk about another issue that may present itself for the Thunder. So according to ESPN, no NBA champion has ever lost a playoff game during their title run by 40-plus points. Celtics lost Game 4 of the Finals by 38 last season, but that is not 40. So Thunder only lost.
What was the biggest number last year? Was 38 the biggest?
I believe 38 was.
Okay, so that's irrelevant then, because I'm pretty sure they said the same thing last year, Dan, when they lost by 38.
Boston?
Yeah.
Who did they lose to?
Dallas by 38.
In Dallas?
The one game Dallas won.
Yeah, whatever game they won, they won by 38.
So Thunder only lost back-to-back games twice in the regular season. Both those losing streaks stopped at 2. Obviously, haven't dropped back-to-back game in these playoffs. Shot, like you mentioned, despite the 42-point blowout, Thunder All-NBA guard Jalen Williams was not phased.
Not phased.
I mean, in college, I've lost by 60, so it can always be worse.
Did I do that?
That's how do you beat these little niggas, man? They don't. They're not rattled at all, man. We should have known something was wrong with them when they lost to Jokic and them niggas over there smiling. Yeah, we're gonna beat their ass in this game, bro. This is
because it's like
these little marks.
Because it's like they saw their best.
Yeah, to see these little
like, this
marks.
Is the best they can play. I like the confidence.
Yeah, this is different. This is different, man.
Yeah. Lost by 60 in college.
Like the old school, man, they used to be over there bitter than the bitch.
It's not a video game, man. This ain't a video game.
They think it is.
But if they think it's a video game, how do you
think it's
Hey, I just fucking lost for 60. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
How do you beat someone who just...
I don't give a fuck.
What? Bro, you shit. Bro, what? It's different in the locker room, bro. Man, we not playing no video games, bro. What you smiling for? What you mean we lost by 60? It's cool.
Man, we up 2-1. Man, we up 2-1, man. All right, next, man. All right, man. Let's get back to doing
and
what
that's how these sorry ass niggas, man. Hey, man, who got dinner tonight? We're gonna smack these niggas by 25, get back home, man, in this series. That's these conversations now. We're gonna come over here, smack them this next game, then come back home.
That's how good the talent is.
It's exactly how the Bucks was thinking. It's exactly how the Lakers were thinking. Now we all watching.
No, we wasn't thinking.
We all watching the same shit.
It wasn't.
All y'all motherfuckers is sitting around watching and joking and fucking thinking it's a game, and now you watching. Keep fucking thinking it's a game. You gonna keep, man, you better lock in, man.
Ain't nobody walking around 24
Man,
hours.
the team itself had one good game as a group, and they should be celebrating. It's a group effort here.
You see,
one man got benched in the second half.
When you realize
in the second and fourth quarter, he had 2 points.
You see Ant interview right now. We ain't do nothing yet.
Yeah, they ain't do nothing because
he know.
When you get the code and you figure out how to put that bitch in and see it unlock, it's different.
Man, they play.
And that's in the moment.
Man, they will not shoot like that again tonight.
Okay, well, we will find out Game 4 tonight.
But if they do,
you think I'm gonna believe anything this nigga say?
But if they do,
he's sitting there cheering at halftime, going crazy at halftime.
Yes,
who we on with tomorrow? Who we on? Cemetery. Yeah.
There was
kill him.
Reports of smoke.
20 minutes later.
Playback watch party.
I think I'm gonna wear a Knicks jersey too. Do we gotta go in tomorrow? What is it? Memorial Day.
It is a holiday, federal holiday celebrated by most.
Argue with this nigga, man. Come on, man.
All right, well, before we get to most,
you just gonna transition right on top of my shit, huh?
No, I think you're gonna appreciate this one. Very festive.
I'm only on once a week, baby.
Very
Let me
festive.
talk my shit.
There will be an opportunity for you to talk your shit in just a moment. Very festive for what your outfit. Currently, look, I see the Kobe's.
Motherfuckers be sitting there, they inboxing me. They like, Shotty, put him in the body bag. They was playing with your name last night, Shotty.
I'm a Knicks.
I'm like, damn, what I need to do?
I smartened up.
Yeah, you smart. Yeah,
damn,
I smartened up.
Man.
Can't put me in the body bag. I'm on the same team.
You're right. And I was thinking about, I was like, damn, Gilbert, he's trying to save himself. He's trying to save himself.
Carlos unfazed.
That's why I came in with the Lakers. I said, nah, Lakers in 5
Every halftime, he'll change
Well,
the jersey.
speaking of the Lakers shot, Lakers offseason started earlier than expected after they were eliminated in the first round, but their quest for a chip in 2026 already appears to be headed in the right direction.
Did you say eliminated in the first round?
That happened.
Okay.
But we're talking moving forward.
You're
We're
right,
talking
you're
about
right. My bad, my bad.
Spinning it forward.
Go ahead.
Quest for a chip in 2026 already appears to be headed in the right direction. Luka Doncic averaged 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists in 50 games last season as he battled injuries and conditioning issues, snapping his streak of first-team All-NBA selections at 5. But we have some good news to report. We can roll the video, please. Sunday, Luka was spotted at a Real Madrid basketball game, looking like he's been putting the work in to get his body right for next season, looking very, very slender, white tee fitting, very, very comfortably. Body fitting, form fitting. No hookah, no beer, just vibes. Y'all know you are currently in the midst of bandwagon hopping right now, but Lakers are your favorite team historically. Luka, your favorite Caucasian.
Yes.
Favorite European.
Yeah.
Slovenian Jesus, as he's known in some parts.
Did you see how well, like he looked like he was speaking English just now, like fluent. It's amazing, man.
Affluent English.
I'm so excited. I already got my Laker tickets.
So we have our Laker tickets. Okay. R being the key word. Good to see Luka looking slim and trim, Mr. B.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he knows what's at stake for him. He hears all the noise. He hears what people are saying. So, he's in LA. He got a fresh start. So, putting that Laker uniform is a lot. It's a lot at stake for you. So I hope he really keeps it up and comes back strong next time.
Gil-Zempic.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what Luka look like. Fat Luka averaging 33.99. Drinking Luka averaged 38.8. You know what I mean? Long as it's Luka, I'm good with it. I'm taking him as is.
So what if he
might
average 40?
Hey, listen. Listen. He can come back 275. I'm pretty sure he's gonna give me a 27.88.
Yeah.
Right? But the fact that he's skinny, we get the early Mavs Luka, the one that's coming down the lane, dunk it. Oh, you motherfuckers in trouble. MVP.
The non-rock
MVP.
Luka, you saying
MVP. If he comes back and he's the dunking Luka where he's coming down the lane dunking like he was the first couple years, MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody stopping him.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, do. Y'all see Free Willie over there? Free, ain't he?
Yes,
that
he is.
motherfucker look free. He free from all the GMO.
Less GMO overseas.
Gluten free. Stay gluten free, Luka. We're gonna see the best version of you, and we ain't got to sing the Free Willie song no more. See, we fit. I got an extra small just so I look like you. Slender man.
Very slim. Very slim. Form
Slender
fitting.
man. Now all you need is a little bit of juice to get you loose. Luka, you gonna be all right. See, I like the way you went over to Real Madrid to show. You ain't coming over here. You went over there. You stayed over there. Showed them that the beef is different over there.
The beef.
The cow.
Yeah, it is.
Less hormones.
Yeah. It's nice. I like the new look.
No need for A1 sauce.
It's like his son over there. I didn't know it was some son over there. He got a tan.
In Slovenia.
It's a tan?
In Slovenia.
Woo!
Spain for a Real Madrid game, but overseas.
Spain.
Getting his mind back right.
Spain too? Oh, yeah.
Luka.
Frisco, Maine, all the way to Spain.
Luka, and Cooper.
Okay, that was so that's where the
Real Madrid.
the tan was coming through.
Yeah, it's gonna be all right, Luka.
Luka, get your blue fact ready.
I got this jersey discount too, so you got
full price.
No discount, 30% off.
You overpaid.
I got this and a Caitlin Clark, so you lucky. Got to wear this today. I'm gonna throw it away tomorrow.
Where you gonna throw it away at?
I don't know yet.
I bet he kept them bronze jerseys. You kept them
I'm
bronze jerseys.
gonna pick it up.
You kept them bronze jerseys.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah, I keep it. Keeping LeBrons, keeping Melos. I'm keeping all the motherfuckers.
you think Luka
all the
gonna have a
motherfuckers
dog?
don't like me. I'm keeping all their jerseys.
Luka have
I
a
need
dog.
I need a Luka doll.
A doll. Oh,
What it's gonna look like?
like bronze.
I got a doll for you.
Cause all my favorite players got dolls.
Who are those players?
Penny.
Okay, does have a dog, little Penny.
Bron.
Bron also has a kid.
LeBron's not my favorite player.
Okay, but he does have a dog. So
But I said my
would,
favorite players.
But that would be in line with,
So I'm
with
two
the,
for two. I'm 2 for
the
2.
point you were making.
Now I just need Luka with a doll.
A Luka dog. Luka looking good. Looking good.
Hey man, listen. This next
Never
year.
worry, he'll come back.
Next year, y'all seen Drewski white, right? Listen.
Yes.
Come
Yes.
on. Nah.
Right? I'm trying to tell y'all.
You ain't got that type. You
I'm
ain't
trying to
can't
tell
pull that
y'all
off.
when Luka
Right.
is
You
in
can't
his
pull
MVP,
Luka, white Luka off.
If Luka's in his white MVP year and he's running up for the MVP, I'm going white. I'm going
Sammy Sosa.
All right, clip that.
Sammy Sosa.
Clip that shit.
I'm Caucasian, bro. I'm Caucasian. I'm in here. I'm
I
being
can't
golf.
wait
I'm
to
being
see this
golf
shit.
clothes, everything.
I can't wait.
This nigga outfit gone.
Huh?
Yeah, cardigans, everything, bro.
I don't believe you.
I'm gonna start speaking different.
I don't believe
I'm gonna start sounding like Haliburton.
You're gonna be up here looking like Slammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa.
Like
I ain't no black.
I'm no black.
No black. No black.
Hush.
All right.
Y'all think I'm bullshit.
All right.
So you've heard it. Clip it, please. Put this on the internet.
Y'all see when Cole
if
had the little
Luka
fro,
wins
I
the
tried to get the
MVP,
fro, my shit fell out. I'm going white.
if Luka wins the MVP, Gil will rebrand as Caucasian. Still named Gilbert. That name works.
Huh?
Both sides.
It works for both sides.
Still named Gilbert. But let's move on to MostlyFans, presented by our friends at Underdog. Download the Underdog app. Use promo code GIL. Get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em. So we have one question from Underdog user Shep, 2025. Today is Memorial Day. Some of you are at home enjoying your holiday. We were at work bringing your favorite show. But a lot of barbecues going on around the country. So what food absolutely does not belong at the Memorial Day cookout? What food does not belong at the Memorial Day cookout?
Anyone 33 and under's macaroni and cheese.
So you have to be, if you're over 33, you're macaroni and cheese.
No. Just 33 and under. You absolute not.
Okay.
34 to 40, we consider.
Solid roux.
Huh?
So the roux, the cheese.
Cankles macaroni and cheese. That's the one you want.
Potato salad.
See, everybody be looking here. Nah, you gotta look at the Cankles. If they can't move, that means they all got
Nah,
there.
right here.
No, that's what you think.
No, it is. I'm
These
telling you,
right
it's in
here.
that. You got to do this.
No, I know that. Yeah, see, you do that too much,
Right.
you should be losing that. Here. Yeah, that's all you do is cook.
Been standing on.
Yeah, you've been standing all day.
Yeah, the socks to cut off the circulation.
Yeah,
and
cutting the
whole
circulation
nine.
off. Yeah. See, people don't look at that. I look at that.
Them swollen ass ankles.
Toes, big toes,
Yeah.
and all kinds of
Shoes busting out.
Sandals.
You just got them out. Like,
ashy.
like
soft,
biscuits.
soft. Hey, they soft shell. Soft,
Flour all
Soft shell still busting.
Boom, boom.
Flowers.
Just walk
Flour all
soft.
on the
You
feet.
gotta walk soft. You know what I'm saying? Around the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so 33 and under, no, that mac and cheese.
Wearing big ass clothes when they cook.
What food does not belong at the Memorial Day cookout?
Potato salad.
No potato salad whatsoever.
I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool.
At any variety.
Yeah, I'm cool.
You cool?
Not
Yeah,
a
I'm cool.
fan
Man.
of
Just
potato
get the
salad.
hot links and mac and cheese, some
like,
beans.
When you think of that, like I've never really thought about potato salad. Like, it's there, I'll eat it. Like if
not-
it's
but it's
there,
not
I'll
like-
eat
yeah,
it.
To fill the plate.
But-
Yeah, yes.
Like,
You never eat what's on it and leave it there and throw it
Like
away.
it's just not.
It's just to make the plate look like okay.
It's nice.
Yeah,
I've never tasted something like, damn, this is the best
potato
salad I've ever tasted. Like I've never had that.
An important
Right.
accessory for some.
It's just there. It's
A
just,
plate filler.
Ain't
for
that
others.
like
it's a
mayonnaise?
filler. It's a
Yeah,
plate.
anything with mayonnaise in it, I'm cool.
Yeah.
It's a plate filler. You're right.
Except for. You know. I'm cool on everything else. Throw some mayonnaise on that, I'm there, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm broke, baby. Hey. He fucking up my whole shit. See what you see?
I'm broke, baby.
The police at the door. AC Green said he wants his curl back.
Leave AC Green out of
Michael
this.
K.
This ain't got nothing to do with AC Green. This is Pinky, nigga.
Say another word.
Say another motherfucker.
Well, we appreciate all you guys for joining us.
Oh, one thing you shouldn't bring at a barbecue: vegan food. Man, stop. Hey, you vegans. Hey, you vegans, stop that bullshit.
What you mean?
All right?
I used to be a vegan
mean?
too.
Barbecue
I used to be a vegan.
cauliflower.
I don't
That
want no
shit's
fucking
nasty.
cauliflower. What?
Barbecue.
Just give me the chicken. Give me the barbecue. Just give me the regular food.
Buffalo
Everybody
cauliflower.
don't believe in that shit y'all over there
barbecue
doing.
cauliflower.
Damn. This is Memorial Day weekend. I don't need to be no fucking vegan. Don't want none of your vegan shit.
No, this is shrimp. It's just
Yeah.
vegan.
No vegan
shrimp.
shrimp.
Where the regular
No Beyond Meat.
What is vegan?
What is vegan shrimp? I stopped. I was like, how is this shrimp?
Made
And it's
fake
vegan.
meat to look like real meat.
And if you don't take this flavored crayon out of here.
No diddy.
This flavored crayon.
Just like the work. I'm not going to eat fake food and be on a fake date at the same time, baby. You going to take your makeup off or we going to eat some vegan shit? What you going to do?
The choice is yours and yours alone.
I'm done with all this fake shit. You don't get two things. You don't get a real nigga and a real meal.
When we was kids and they had the clay, the Crayola clay.
Yes.
That's all that shit is, man. They just figure out how to put flavor in it.
Damn, that's crazy.
Clay.
That's crazy.
It's just plaster. Just put a shit, plaster it out, and then put figures in the shit. But we did that when we was little. It's just that we tried to taste it. It's a little salty.
A little salty.
It's just a little salty.
It's clay.
They figured out how to make it taste like real shit.
Yeah. You used to taste.
Oh, yeah, you taste it. Like, you know, they put it in a, like, okay, it look like little fish.
I shouldn't be eating this salty.
Now it's real food.
I swear.
We appreciate everybody joining us on this Memorial Day. Thank you, everybody on this couch. Always great to be here working. Shout out to our crew as well.
Go Wolves!
We will find out tonight. But this has been another episode of Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! We will see y'all tomorrow.